Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom, and you are watching the Saturday Super Stream. We are going to be reacting to everything going on in the 3 p.m. kickoffs today. We hope you can come and join us and give all your thoughts and all your reactions as the action unfolds in the Premier League, in the Championship, and in League One. Do say hello over there in the chat, and we will do some shout outs early on in the show for everybody that does that. As ever, we are partnered up with WATCHALONG for the Super Stream. We'll have a look at the WATCHALONG picks. We're going to have a look at the fixtures. We're going to be getting involved in the like challenge as ever. We'll take in what's going on in the 2:12:30 kickoffs. I can see Barnsley and Fulham are actually still playing. They're up to 99 minutes there. So we may still have something go on there as Fulham load the ball into the box there. That one is currently 1-1 and Liverpool have won 2-0 down at Brighton. We'll be checking out Mount Rushmore and then we'll look at some team news for the big games. And then it'll be 3 o'clock and we'll get into all of the action. Let's say some hellos to Davey, Ewan, Peanuts, Leeds, Logan, Matt, MR, Adrian, Susan, Robert. Have I said hello to everybody? Stephen, Rasco as well. Hello, everyone. As someone has goal, which I think it was Mitrovic. And I think there's the final whistle just gone. So we are done with the 12:30 kickoffs now. And we can get into the fixtures. So what I want to know from you guys, where are the big games today? Which ones are you going to be focusing on? Let me know where you think the big games are. You don't have much choice up in the Premier League today. Let me know where the big games are, but you've only got one to pick from. So look, it was Brighton 0, Liverpool 2, and it's Brentford Burnley, a dearly departed team, a relegation head-to-head. I think that can be our pick for the big game because it's the only one. Manchester United versus Spurs at 5:30. Where are the big games in the Championship? Let me know and we'll read some of these out. It's Barnsley 1, Fulham 1. We'll talk about the 2:12:30s in about 5 or 6 minutes' time for sure. Here are your Championship fixtures. Do let me know where you think the big games are today. Birmingham versus Hull, Blackburn versus Bristol City, Blackpool versus Swansea, Bournemouth versus Derby. Get in the chat, tell me where the big games are. Cardiff versus Preston, Coventry, Sheffield United, Millwall versus Middlesbrough, Nottingham Forest versus Reading, and Posh versus Stoke. Where are the big games? Let me know in the comments. Brentford game, most definitely in the Premier League. Adrian, Bournemouth versus Derby, absolutely big implications. Both end. We've had a draw for Barnsley, so they've stuck a point on. Fulham are kind of away and clear at the top of the table, aren't they? Sam, wounded Leeds fan. Come on, Brentford. That's most definitely the only choice up in the Premier League. The Battle of the Beach, says Jam N. Blackpool versus Swansea. Yeah, maybe a seaside team. Maybe both teams heading towards the beach. Both look safe and, well, they're both safe, aren't they? I don't think either of them are having a late playoff change, are they? Millwall versus Borough. Totally agree with that one, Dave, in that just edges of the playoffs in that second quartile. Who is going to be challenging? Stephen, nice to sit back today. Well, let's talk about the big games that are happening right now, because I'll be at Luton tomorrow. We can talk all about that in a separate video. Wolves versus Borough looks naughty, looks fun, doesn't it? Jimbo, we'll get onto League One in just a second, but yes, I do echo that point. Cherries haven't beaten Derby since 1985. I've seen this on Twitter a few times. Brentford win that one. They stay up. I think it's a 9-point gap between Brentford and Burnley if they do win. In the Championship, the Reading game, Reading away at Forest, and we'll be keeping an eye on Derby in that particular challenge down the bottom there. The Leeds fans are all supporting Brentford today in the chat. You love to see it, don't you? Let's have a little dive into League One. Do let me know where the big games are in League One. I think, who was it in the chat has already, Jimbo already really called the really big one in League One between MK and Wigan. But we'll have a look at some of the others. It is Wimbledon versus Lincoln. Let me know where you think the big games are in League One today. Wimbledon versus Lincoln, Accrington versus Charlton, Bolton versus Plymouth. I like the look of. That's a second quartile matchup there in League One for a couple of playoff challengers. Burton versus Fleetwood, Doncaster versus Gillingham down the bottom. I think we can probably call that one a big one. 22nd versus 23rd. Ipswich versus Portsmouth. That is a big game, isn't it? 9th versus 10th. But both sides will fancy the chances of at least a run at 6th place if they can put a good run together between now and the end of the season. MKV Wigan. That's a cracker, that one. 2nd versus 3rd. I think that will get a lot of votes in the chat. Let me know where your big games are. Morecambe versus Cheltenham. Sheffield Wednesday versus Cambridge. Shrewsbury versus Oxford. Sunderland versus Crewe. I think if I scroll down, there's one more, and it's a big one as well down the bottom there. Get your thoughts on that one. Wycombe versus Rotherham. 1st versus 7th, but never back against Wycombe in League One is a bit of a SUPERSTREAM rule, isn't it? Talk to me about the big games in League One. Very much so, Kevin. My beloved Ipswich versus Pompey. And we have got Bolton versus Plymouth in that picture today. So we've got 11th versus 6th, and we've got 9th versus 10th. And everyone's going to be looking at Wycombe, who are in 7th. We've got to play Rotherham. So going to be an interesting one. Yeah, Wycombe, Rotherham. Absolutely. Nat, come on the Wednesday, hopefully back to winning ways today. Russell, we are going to talk about the 12:30s very, very imminently. That is on my itinerary. First of all, I want to talk to you guys about the like challenge. We love a good like challenge. In fact, I need to press some buttons over here. So let's put that one up on the screen. Could everybody watching right now be so kind as to hit the like button? Hit like right now and see if we can get the stream up to 50 likes. Helps other people reach the channel and reach the stream and hopefully come and enjoy the show with us as well. I'm currently in the process of getting the stream actually up on the laptop over here so I can keep track. But I'll plug it one more time. Do hit that like button. How are we doing, guys? 32 likes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit it myself. There we go. It's just gone up to 34. Not that I'm worth 2 likes, but there you go. Thank you. We'll keep in touch with the like challenge during the day. It's already up to 36, 38 as well. See if you can get us up to 50 likes, and then we'll see where we can go from there. We are going to get into the 12:30 kickoffs in just a second. Let me just give a quick plug to WhatAcker.com, who are our partners here on the SuperStream. WhatAcker.com. Head over there, stick your email address in and get some Acker tips. You can watch the Saturday Shortlist podcast featuring me and Matthew of WhatAcker. That comes out every Friday, where we discuss these 3 tips. We've got the win treble, we've got the BTTS treble, we've got the big money Acker as well. If you want to get involved, you can do. Of course, please gamble responsibly if indeed you do. Let me know your thoughts on these, our picks for today. You're going to get just shy of 6 to 1 for the win treble today. Forest, we're going for to beat Reading. Sheffield Wednesday to beat Cambridge. And we've got Newport. We've got an away in there. Let us know your thoughts on that. Forest, Wednesday, and Newport is the WhatAcker win treble today. Go and get involved. You get a little boost if you do it through WhatAcker. The odds will be better if you go through there. Please gamble responsibly. There is the BTTS treble. We've been a bit naughty here because we've got Man United Spurs in. So hopefully we can get set with plenty of goals in MK Wigan and Swindon Oldham. That certainly came up as one of your big games, MK Wigan. We think it's going to be both teams to score on WhatAcker. So if you want to cover that one, you get just over 5.5 to 1. You get a little bit of a boost if you go through the WhatAcker website. The big money always good fun. Difficult one. It's at 54-1. So maybe a little tickle on this one. But we've got Liverpool already in. And in fact, we are out. So I'm going to take that off the screen right now because Fulham did not beat Barnsley. So that one is absolutely not coming in today. So we will focus on the win treble and on the BTTS. Head over to WATCHALONG.com. Any thoughts on any of those ones? Let us know what you think and go and get involved over at WATCHA.com. Let's have a look at the 12:30 kickoffs then. There were two of them, and you can indeed give me your thoughts. First of all, on Brighton 0, Liverpool 2 in the Premier League. Give me your thoughts on this one if you're watching on BT. First thing I will do, guys, is bring up the Premier League table there. Apologies, you can't see Man City's points total. It's by the WATCHA branding. There we go. So we are on level games. Of course, Manchester City will be playing later in the weekend. And the next question you're going to ask me is, who are they playing? I should have figured that out before. Who have Man City got this weekend? Let me just double check that one for you. They're away at Crystal Palace. It looks like it's a Monday nighter. So the gap's going to be 3 points for a little wee while, actually, in terms of the top of the Premier League. But Liverpool march on. Let me know your thoughts on the game if you did indeed watch it. And let me bring that live table back up. Liverpool onto 66 points from 28 games. We talk about 2 points per game in the Championship being the gold standard. In the Premier League, these elite teams are just ridiculous. It's way above it. Look, you can see Chelsea even above it in third, and they're miles off. So guaranteeing the Championship, but not in the Premier League, 2 points per game. So Liverpool win this one 2-0. Luis Diaz on 19 and Mo Salah on 61 in the 12:30 kickoff. In terms of Brighton, they are in 13th, and there's quite a bun fight there. And one of our dearly departed teams, Villa, is now at the top of that. They've won 3 on the bounce, Villa. They're at 36. Brighton in the group of teams. Look, Saints 35, Palace, Leicester, Brighton, all on 33. So Newcastle could go above Brighton this weekend. Let's see if we've got any comments on Brighton and Liverpool here. What are we saying in the chat here? Stephen, Liverpool didn't get out of second gear, not that they needed to. Yeah, fair comment. Great start, aren't they? Should the Brighton keeper have been red carded? Possibly he should, Ewan. Now, if anyone's watched this in detail, I will bow to their superior knowledge. I've got 2 screens up here and I'm prepping everything. I kind of had a glance at it and it looked like the grey area. I wouldn't have been surprised if he did, and I'm not surprised that he didn't. But we'll see if we get any comments on that one. Adrian, I have a feeling Liverpool will win the title. Interesting. They're not called the mentality monsters for nothing. They've got to get past Pep and Manchester City as well. Let's look at the Championship game, which ended Barnsley 1, Fulham 1. And I await your comments on 2 things. One, and look, I'll say it because it's obvious, a dreadful penalty call that went against Fulham. Barnsley scored the penalty. It wasn't a penalty, was it? I think we need to move the conversation past that to how can we help out Championship refs, because they are struggling so badly. I'd rather hear about that than people shouting at poor old referee Robertson, who clearly messed up that decision and got it wrong. And then at the end, after it had gone 1-1, Wilson had equalised. Incredible miss from Wilson in stoppage time. He must have closed his eyes as he headed it, because it looked like he just needed to bend down and let it hit him on the head and drift over the goal line. And he somehow put it wide of the post. So give me your thoughts on... I mean, look, it's not a big deal, Fulham dropping points, really. They're so far ahead and, they'd have to have the Devon lock of all Devon locks. Barnsley could have done with the points. They could have done with the 3. But, look, they're playing Fulham, aren't they? So I'm sure they'll take the one, especially after that miss from Wilson at the end. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Again, look, I think for us to have a sensible conversation about it, we all know he got the penalty decision wrong. I'm more interested, what can we do to help? Surely they can put in a review system when penalties are given or when goals are scored, minimum, can't they? Fulham, 14 points clear at the top, 77. Huddersfield drew last night, so the gap could be down to, so Bournemouth can go up to 65, can't they? Just the 12 points. But look, Fulham are up, barring a miraculous collapse of seismic proportions. I'll go to your comments in just a sec. Guys, Barnsley, they've moved back above Derby, in fact, haven't they? And Derby play at Bournemouth today, which is a hard game. So that may stay the same, that bottom three. We'll get your thoughts on that. Let's have a look at some comments here. Where are we looking here? Mr. E, it's not how many bad referee decisions that go in your favour, it's how significant they contribute to results. Yeah, it's difficult. I agree with Mr. E. I do agree. What we got to do when we're talking about refereeing decisions, we have got to, in some ways, remove the context, forget who it's for or against, and just say, was it the right or wrong decision? What can we do to help them get it right if it's wrong? And I think a very easy fix, if a penalty is given, surely we got the tech for someone to check a penalty or a goal. Surely. And if they had checked that penalty there, it was fairly obvious that Morris just kind of fell backwards and Rabiot didn't touch him. So there you go. What else have we got here? How bad was Wilson's missed header at the end? Look, you give Wilson a bit of a pass because he bent one in the top corner. I think can someone fact check me on this? I think he might be up to 10 goals and 10 assists now. Is he, Wilson? So look, great player at championship level, but horrible miss. Horrible miss. We'll give him a pen. We'll give him a pass for bending one in the top corner, won't we? No penalty, but Barnsley deserved the point. Yeah, the two things aren't mutually exclusive. They really was one. It's a horrible decision. They need some help, don't they? They really do. Sums Wilson up, scores, screams, misses sitters. Maybe. We'll see what he does at Premier League level. Surlis, the issue is less the bad decision, it's the inconsistency. Look, the inconsistency is an issue, but it's a different issue, isn't it? We just, especially when they're big penalty calls, aren't they? Check them. There's 10 cameras there at every ground, especially at championship level. We have the playoff final worth 180 million quid or whatever it is. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on that ramble. What else have we got? The best and worst of Harry Wilson. Maybe a couple of people have made that point. I can't sit here and argue against it. To you guys. What else have we got here? Aussie ref in the championship who was great. I think he's been promoted though, hasn't he? I think you're talking about referee Gillett as well. Who will last longer, Chelsea or Derby? Looks like Derby at the moment for sure as well. Right, apparently we've gone past 50 on the like challenge. Have we? 53. Outstanding. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press that button. Can we get up to 100 likes? Please do hit the like button. Great support already to be above 50. And can someone like Nat did in the chat let me know when we go above 100? We are going to head over to Mount Rushmore. We'll see who's on there today. Let me know if you agree with my picks today. And let me know if any of them are going to be influencing matters. Here is today's Saturday Superstream. Mount Rushmore. I've gone for Ivan Toney in the top left-hand corner. And let me know, will Ivan Toney be the key player in Brentford versus Burnley? Tony's on there because he scored a hat-trick last week. He makes our Mount Rushmore. Alfie May of Cheltenham is still on there. He was on there last week and he scored twice as well. So Alfie May can't really come off this week after scoring 2 last week. I've put Josh Bowler on there of Blackpool. He's in absolutely stonking form, isn't he? Blackpool versus Swansea today. Let me know if you think Bowler deserves his place. He's a new face on there. I've got Sam Smith on there. He's scored a few weeks running for Cambridge as well. So let me know who you think deserves to be on Mount Rushmore and what you think of my picks there. Ivan Toney, Alfie May, Josh Bowler and Sam Smith is our Superstream Mount Rushmore. Apologies. You may have noticed Carlos Corberon has gone. Alexander Mitrovic has gone and Cameron Brannigan of Oxford has gone. Let me know your thoughts on Mount Rushmore. We're going to look at some team news in just a second. Alfie May, there he is for sure. We're doing Barnsley a disservice. Oh, no one has done Barnsley a disservice here. We know they've done really well, Steve. Agree with you there. Lucas Shaw, not a bad shout. Okay, we'll pocket that one, Adrian. Lucas Shaw is going on if he can get some goals today. Any other thoughts on Mount Rushmore? Do let me know your thoughts on that. Let's have a look at some team news then, guys. You flagged up some big games. There's only one real pick up in the Premier League. So we'll have a look at the team news at Brentford versus Burnley first off. And you can give me your thoughts on how you see this one going. This one is obviously our big game in the Premier League. So Burnley have gone to a back four now. It's we had a little upturn in results, or rather they've stopped losing, put it this way. So Burnley, David Raya in goal. Asia, Janssen, Pinnock and Henry across the back. Looks strong, doesn't it? And Buemo and Canos wide. Norgard and Janel central, which allows Christian Eriksen to pick up that pocket left of centre, doesn't it? And yeah, Ivan Toney up top. Maybe it could be that Eriksen and Toney sort of landing in that team at this point in the season could be a big deal there for Brentford. Get your comments in on that particular team news. For Burnley, Pope in goal, Roberts and Taylor the fullbacks, Collins and Tarkovsky. Such a championship feel to a lot of these players. Have all played in the championship, haven't they? Or a lot of them have anyway. McNeil and Lennon wide, Westwood and Brownhill, Cornet and Weghorst for Burnley. Let me know any thoughts on that. In the championship, what should we look at for team news? I'm trying to think the games you guys flashed up. I think, honestly, it was probably Bournemouth and Derby that got the most mentions in the chat. So let's have a look at the team news in that one. And you guys feel free, indeed, to get your comments in. Trevor's in goal for Bournemouth. They've got Freddie Woodman in. They're not using him, are they? Stacey, Phillips, Kelly and Davis across the back. Cantwell, Cook and Lerma, always box office in the midfield. Christie, Solanke and Anthony up top. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll get to some of these in a sec. Allsop in goal for Derby. Burnham, Buchanan fullbacks. Davies and Cashin. He's like a regular first teamer since Jagielka's gone now, isn't he? Bielik and Bird. Bowie, Morrison, who scored twice actually, didn't he? Lawrence and Plange up top. Let's try and get some comments on any of those. Super Joshy Brownhill. Done well actually, Anir, hasn't he? He has stepped up well to the Premier League. No, Ben Mee, no. Actually, there was an interesting centre-half call in there. Can't remember what it was. Lou, oh, legend. Go. Actually, let me give Lou a big shout out, actually. Go and give him a follow on Twitter. Really good stats follow. Lou, put your Twitter up in the chat, fella. Really, really good follow. Does some graphics and they're not too overcomplicated for the likes of me. Explains it in layman's terms. Go and give Lou a follow. Lou, please put your Twitter up in the chat and I'll put it up on the screen there. Really good analytics follow there. Also, former Bournemouth keeper. Interesting. Let's have a look. I really want to look at that League One game between MK and Wigan. We'll do some team news for that before we head into our first goal picks. Oh, there you go. Really straightforward. At Lou Orns on Twitter, I would highly recommend go and give him a follow. Really good follow there, Lou. At Lou Orns. Here is your team news there for MK and Wigan. So coming in goal for MK, the possession machine, O'Hara, Darling, the legendary Lewington, who always gets a mention, doesn't he? Harvey, Kessler, Coventry, McEachran. And look at that front three at League One level. Twine, Isa, Parrott. For Wigan, Amos, Watmow, Tilt, Kerr, Pearce, Massey, Power, Naylor, Keane, Lang and Humphreys in the big game at the top of League One. Welcome along, Iain. Always a good input from Iain on League One matters. Rotherham fan. Woodman is just worse than Travers, in my opinion. Had a chance in the FA Cup. Yep, they haven't got time to test people out, have they? AFC Bournemouth, Germany. I think Anir agrees. Put it a bit more bluntly. There we go. Jam, fully convinced Bournemouth only took Laird to weaken Swans for one game. Maybe so. Right, we are going to play first goal in a minute. I need to click that up because that's just tremendous. Look at that. 875th game for MK. Hold your fire on first goal. Don't put them in, else they'll get lost in the shuffle. I've got to give one more shout out for our partners, WhatsACA. Go and get involved. There is the win treble. It is Forest, Wednesday and Newport. The BTTS is MK Wigan and Swindon Oldham with Man United Spurs coming at 5:30. WhatACA.com. And I'm going to be bang on time for this, guys. We are about to play first goal. So let's hit the trailer.
Oh, you have to say that's magnificent.
So all I need to know is the name of the home team. Where is the first goal going to be? Just stick the name of the home team in the chat. Where is the first goal in the 3 p.m.s going to be? I'll let this run for a while so you can all get involved. And I'll give you the choices. Where is the first goal going to be? Someone's always right. Every week someone gets this one right indeed. Where is the first goal going to be? Do let me know your thoughts on that one. Will it be at Brentford? Will it be at Birmingham, Blackburn, Blackpool, Bournemouth? Will it be at Derby, Cardiff, Coventry, Millwall? Will it be at Forest? Will it be at Peterborough? Will it be at Wimbledon, Accrington, Bolton, Burton, Doncaster? Will it be at Ipswich, MK, Morecambe, Sheffield Wednesday, Shrewsbury, Sunderland, or Wickham? Let me know, where is the first goal going to be today? I'll click the trail one more time and then I will get your picks in and we'll see who wins. Somebody always wins. I can't find the trailer, so I'm not...
You have to say that's magnificent.
Okay, let's have a look. Who is going to win this week? Somebody always wins. Right, here we go. Forest, Bournemouth, Cov, Forest, MK, Luton, Blackburn, Bournemouth, Ipswich, Bolton, Forest. Just give me the ground, guys. Brentford, City Ground, Hillsborough, Birmingham, Wickham, Accrington, Forest, Blackpool, Millwall. Bookmark this if you do win and let me know. I won't be able to remember. I never do. I'm going to click on all of these, as many as I can. Sorry if they do not get read out. There you go. Right. Have we made it in time? I think we just might have made it in time. Ready for kickoff. I've got 2:58 and 5 seconds up here, so I can give one more plug to our like challenge. We are up to 70. I would love to get to 100 likes ASAP. So as we come up to 3 p.m. on the SuperStream, let us know. Sorry, not let us know. Hit the like button and let us know whether we can get up to 100 likes before kickoff. We're up to 80, I can see now. So thank you, everybody, for the support. This is the Saturday SuperStream with WhatACA. Let me know your hopes and expectations as we come in to 3 p.m. We are getting very, very close to kickoff. Kenny, hoping Darby win today. Let me know your likes and expectations. How do you want this afternoon to go? It's 1 minute to kick off. Let me know. Daniel, can I sound disappointed with a draw against Tom? Of course you can. All opinions are valid over here, unless they cross certain lines, of course, but that's not an opinion that does. So, yes, of course, you can. Big shout out to Jeff Stelling retiring this season. What an absolute legend. It is 30 seconds to 3 p.m. here on the clock I've got up here on the Saturday SuperStream. Let me know your hopes and expectations. West Brom fan, I'm not chilling for the rest of the afternoon, chilling for the rest of the season. Tom, there you go. In the early kickoffs, Brighton 0, Fulham 2. Keep an eye on the ticker. We'll try and get it updated. Let me know if we move any of them. 10 seconds until kickoff. And we are all go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go in the Saturday Super Stream. It is kickoff. We've had our bets for first goal. We've looked at the WhatACA picks. all that really we need to do as we await the first goal is let's do a roll call. So right now, we'll try and give a shout out to every team represented in the chat. What is your team? Who are your team? We're going to do the roll call, but we've got the first goal already within a minute. Let us know your team. I can tell you where the first goal is. It's at the City Ground and it's gone to Nottingham Forest. Let's roll call it though really quickly. Who is your team? I want to give a shout out to everybody's team in the chat. We know Nottingham Forest have taken the lead already. Get your team. Let me know who you support in the chat. We'll let that fill up for a bit and we're going to find out who has opened the scoring. Keenan Davis in 1 minute. Also, let me know, did you win first goal? I bet somebody did. We're in the midst of doing a roll call, so let me know who you support down there in the chat. It's Nottingham Forest 1, Reading 0, which is good news at the bottom of the table for Derby County. It's bad news for Reading. It's good news in the playoff push for the Forest. They lead 1-0. We're going to do the roll call first. Well done if you got... I know a few people had Forest in the chat. Let's do the roll call and give a shout out to all of your teams. Here we go. Right, Leeds, Borough, Wednesday. See, someone count how many we've got represented here. Blades, Man United, Leeds, Birmingham, Borough, Arsenal, Blades, Blackburn, Luton, Baggies, Cardiff, Bournemouth, Luton, Blades, Bournemouth. Shout out to all of your teams here. Wednesday, Fulham, Bristol City, Birmingham, Newcastle. Well done, Tom, if you won on first goal. Everton, Luton, Leeds, Blades, Norwich, Swans, Norwich, Derby, Forest, Bournemouth. Well done, Nottingham Forest. First goal today. And well done for those people who called it. Keenan Davis. Let's take our first little trip over to the live league table, in the Championship. Should have a highlight on Forest and Reading. Let me just make that a little bit smaller so you can all see more of it. So that first goal of the day, it's so tight in those playoff positions. Remember, Luton and QPR are sitting ducks today because they don't play tomorrow. I will be at the Kenny tomorrow for Luton versus QPR, but Middlesbrough can overtake. In fact, let me move that down a little bit further. Middlesbrough can overtake Luton and QPR today with a victory. They can go on to 58. Remember, all of those teams in red, if they're 0-0, they will have had a point added on. Forest lead, though. They close up within 1 point of QPR. And I think we've just had a mover there as well, unless that's just SofaScore doing silly things. No, we haven't had a second goal. Reading, well, Derby, the maximum upside is, were Derby to take the lead against Bournemouth, that live league table would jump up to 27 points, and it would only be a 2-point gap between Derby and Reading. Nottingham Forest are leading so far. Do let me know if you are at the Kenny tomorrow. I'm in the David Priest bit in the corner. Do come and find me and say hello. John, I wonder if Millwall will have a shot today. No shots for Millwall at Blackburn, but a useful point the other night. Worth, goal already. Keep your comments coming in. Keep your likes coming in as well. We've done our roll call. We know what all our picks are. Bam. I hope Derby can achieve the great escape. For Derby now, in my opinion, it's all about the away form and scoring goals away from home. I think they've done enough now to mitigate the points deduction. They're not 21 points behind, are they? They're only a few points behind now. It's all about the away form, isn't it? Leicester, anytime. I think I'm out and on the road again, and I think I've got dispensation now. With the baby was 7 months old, my daughter, yesterday. So there you go. Stephen, give me away from the Kenny end. Absolutely. You do that. Joe, I think I was about 7 years of season tickets away from the Louisville. Come and sit in the homestand with me, Joe. Sounds like it's going to be a sold-out QPR following them. Really looking forward to that. Tomorrow we've got a goal in League One in one of the big games down at the bottom of League One. It's Doncaster 0, Gillingham 1. Doncaster 0, Gillingham 1. It was 22nd versus 23rd, I think. And Neil Harris's Gillingham have taken the lead. Let's check in with the bottom of League One and see what that means. When are we going to get the glut, guys? It might be right now because Blackpool have taken the lead against Swansea in the Championship as well. Blackpool 1, Swansea 0 in the Championship. Charlie Kellman, we're just talking about QPR. He's on loan from QPR, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, at Gillingham. And Blackpool have taken the lead. Will it be Josh Bowler again? He's on Mount Rushmore. He's staying there if he scores again today. Have I not got them on my ticker? Do you know, I don't think I've got Blackpool and Swansea on my ticker. I think I've missed them out. Have I? Yes. Give me a second. Blackpool comes after Blackburn in the alphabet, doesn't it? Excuse me. Blackpool 1. No one spotted that on the ticker, did they? It'll be on there now, I hope. Gary Medine is the goal scorer. He's been playing well. Actually, Blackpool have been playing well, period, haven't they? Lavery and Medine up top. We'll check out the Championship table in a second. No Josh Bowler goal. I did promise we would have a look down at the bottom of League One and see what that goal means. Gillingham lead against Doncaster. Oh, look at that. So Gillingham in 22nd move on to 33 provisionally. So were Morecambe or Wimbledon to go behind, or Fleetwood, it starts to look very, very tight because their number would drop by a point. Gillingham throwing the cat amongst the pigeons immediately in League One by taking the lead at Doncaster in that big head-to-head. Really bad news for Doncaster. And we'll stay with League One because Sheffield Wednesday, they're in the playoff hunt, have taken the lead at home to Cambridge. Sheffield Wednesday 1. Cambridge 0, I believe. That's one of our WhatsAcker picks as well. Wednesday lead 1-0. And the win treble. We've got one leg coming in. We've got two legs coming in within 7 minutes of the SuperStream. Come on, Newport, is all I can say for the WhatsAcker win treble. I will bounce straight back up. And look at that. Into the playoffs. Go Sheffield Wednesday. Bad news for Plymouth and Wickham. Sheffield Wednesday take the lead against Cambridge. Lloyd Jones' own goal. Wednesday into the playoff spots in 6th position. Look at that. Oxford 4th, 66. Sunderland 5th, 64. Remember, these teams have all had a point added on because it's 0-0. Sheffield Wednesday 6th, 64. Plymouth 7th, 63. Wickham 8th, 62. And were Ipswich to take the lead, they would also go on to 62. All go, go, go. Let's just check in and see what that Blackpool goal means in terms of that live Championship League table as well. Gary Medine's goal puts Blackpool up into the top half as things stand on 51 points. They're going to go above Preston. West Brom are a sitting duck. They have already played. So well done, Blackpool. Blackpool lead 1-0 against Swansea. Worth. Let's get some comments in. What else have we got here? Need Wednesday back in the Championship. Well, certainly a popular team in terms of having a big fan base, put it that way. Scott Parker watching this instead of the game. Thank you, Scott. We welcome you very, very kindly. Scott Parker, who's had all sorts of questions asked about him from the Fulham fans and even the Bournemouth fans at the moment. Indeed. I'd love to see Sunderland in the Championship next season. We will see what is going on. Am I allowed to read that out? What do I think of Marsh's male formation? Looks too easy to get down the wings. I did hear this referred to I was listening to the Square Ball podcast, which is a really good podcast. And they did refer to the phallic shape that Leeds may be playing at the moment. What have we got? Borough have hit the bar already to Veneer, nearly making it 1-0. Millwall versus Middlesbrough, big game in the Championship. Pete, the prediction for yourself and Ben HD. Oh, don't listen to us too, God. Forest hitting the playoffs. Maybe so. We will see. That one wound all the Luton fans up. And who else is in there at the moment? Blackburn. Yes. Right. What else have we got in the chat here? No goals in the last few minutes. We have had a few go in. Sheffield Wednesday lead against Cambridge. They're up into the League One playoffs. Gillingham have put the cat amongst the pigeons at the bottom of League One. That is so tight down there, all the way up to Fleetwood. I think Blackpool lead and Forest lead. And Sheffield Wednesday have gone 2-0 up, guys. Wednesday 2, Cambridge 0. The Wednesday fans are going to be very, very pleased with that. Maybe Cambridge's Sam Smith might be coming off Mount Rushmore today. Doesn't look like it's going to be a particularly joyous day for Sam Smith and Cambridge. Does for Wednesday. They are piling the pressure on Wycombe and Plymouth and, frankly, everybody around there in the League One playoff picture. In League Two, Port Vale 0, Crawley 1, Yeovil 0, Grimsby 1, Falkirk 0. Airdrieonians 1 up in Scotland as well. Barry Bannon, who's probably too good to be playing in League One, has scored on 10 minutes. Wednesday are 2-0 up. Our big winners so far today are very much Sheffield Wednesday. They lead 2-0, and they are, and I'll put it up while it's coming in, they are in the WATCHALONG win treble pick as well. And Forest are leading as well. So all eyes on Stevenage Newport there for a potential winner. Let's get back into the comments. Guys, Jam N, as someone who sat through every minute of Brad Bobley, I've never much sympathy for these. Oh, I don't know whether we should typecast all United States managers as being the same, but I do have sympathy. That was a very ill-fated hiring, wasn't it, for Swansea back in the day. Barry Bannon with the goal for Wednesday. Yeah, great player, Bannon. Really enjoyed watching him over the years, except when Sheffield Wednesday played Ipswich and Bannon seemed to have the ball for most of the game. But there you go. Couple of goals. Oh, we got a goal in. Oh, he must be close to Mount Rushmore. Matt Taylor has scored for Oxford. So another playoff challenger. This always happens every week in League One, doesn't it? The top 6 all take the lead and then have a bit of a bun fight during the game. Shrewsbury 0, Oxford 1. Shrews 0, Oxford 1. We better take a look at the live League One table. Matt Taylor. Can someone look up how many goals Matt Taylor has got for me this season, please, as well? He's had a decent season, hasn't he, Taylor? In fact, I might even not be lazy and do it myself. Here is your live League One table, everybody. Oxford on to 68. They're still 5 points off MK, who are playing Wigan. They've got a hard game today. But, come on, look at some of these totals. Oxford have got 8 games to play, and they've already got 68. High tide in terms of that playoff picture in League One. Matt Taylor has given Oxford United the lead. No wonder. Sorry if you looked it up for me, but if I just click goals here, I suspect we'll see him on there. There we go. Ross Stewart, 22. Cole Stockton, 19. He's been on Mount Rushmore, hasn't he? Michael Smith, 18. Matt Taylor on to 19. So now only Ross Stewart in League One has scored more goals this season than Matty Taylor. Well played. Mount Rushmore awaits, especially if he gets a second. Thank you, guys, for letting me know. A couple more goals. Inverness 2 up against Arbroath in Scotland. Scunthorpe 1-0. Joe Nuttall. Did he used to play for Blackburn? Am I thinking right there? Do let me know. In our big games, Brentford 0, Burnley 0 in the Premier League. In the Championship, Bournemouth 0, Derby 0 was picked out as the big one. And Wigan are 0-0 with MK. Those are our big games across the 3 divisions that you guys picked out today. Well, we've got a vague goal-scoring lull. The like challenge, we're at 91, so I'm definitely pressing the button. Come on, do this for me, guys. Hit the like button right now as you're watching. See if that bolsters us up to 100 likes. Do hit that like button. Support the show, and hopefully we can bring more watchers across. Hit the like button right now. Help me out. I'm watching it. It's gone up to 96. Let's get it up to 100. Hit that like button. Yes! Outstanding work from the SuperStream audience. 104 likes. Unbelievable scenes. Am I allowed to press that button? Let's see if we can get to 150. But don't worry, I won't plug it for the next 15 minutes. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, child. Who sang that? Heaven's got a plan for you. Avicii? Was it? He's no longer with us, Avicii. How sad. Great song, though. Let's go into the comments and see what you guys are saying. Lewis, always good value for Darby insight. Good start for the Rams. 18-year-old, got such good young players that I know they've been forced to play all of them given the situation, but I think a few of them would have been in there regardless, wouldn't they? Causing problems for Bournemouth. Let's get to 100. Thank you, Anne. And we made it. Darby battering us. Oh, was it Swedish House Mafia? Sorry. Pass. What did Avicii do? It was nothing to do with that song. I'm getting my, what would you call that? 5-6 years ago. What was it called? EDM, wasn't it? Dear me, I sound so old saying that. Swedish House Mafia. Apologies to the Swedish House Mafia and Avicii. I got that very, very much the wrong way round. You can tell my age and my musical references when I mischaracter the Swedish House Mafia as Avicii. Yes, mix up of the Swedes. Wake me up. Okay, yeah. Yes, indeed. Right. Keep your comments coming in. Bit of a lull, actually. I can probably do a really quick sweep. And generally what happens is someone scores 1 second into a sweep, don't they? So 0-0 between Brentford and Burnley in the Premier League. Only goals in the Championship. Medine for Blackpool. And Keenan Davis scored after about 10 seconds, didn't he? Someone's just put up Darby penalty in the... Two people have put up Darby penalty in the chat. The chat was telling me Darby were playing well. Are they about to take the lead? I wonder. I suspect Tom Lawrence, is he starting? Will take that one. Is there a Darby penalty? Or is that fake news in the chat? A few people have said. Goals in League One, by the way. Gillingham took the lead at Doncaster. Sheffield Wednesday already 2-0 up. Oxford 1-0 up at Shrewsbury. Have we got a Derby penalty? Can we confirm this? The chat is telling me. Hopefully it is not fake news, although if you're a Bournemouth fan, you might want it to indeed be fake news. Let me know what's going on. Lots of people are telling me there's a Derby penalty. So all eyes on that. Although we're going to go to the CBS first, where Sheffield United have taken the lead. Coventry 0, Sheffield United 1. I saw Sheffield United in the flesh beat Middlesbrough 4-1 on Tuesday night. They are moving on up in terms of their playoff push already today. Coventry 0, Sheffield United 1. And we're getting a glut now, aren't we, guys? I can't keep up because it's Accrington Stanley 0, Charlton 1 in League One. We'll try and get the ticker up to date. We think Derby have got a penalty as well. I was just about to say about Sheffield United, I saw them on Tuesday, and Morgan Gibbs-White and Sander Berger were very, very good. And Sander Berger has got the goal for Sheffield United. Coventry 0, Sheffield United 1. It's Burton 0, Fleetwood 1. So that League One relegation picture has changed again. That's really good news for Fleetwood because Gillingham had closed up that gap with the early goal down at Doncaster. Jayden Stockley, the goal scorer for Charlton at Accrington. I'm not hearing. Let me just go back to the chat. We got Charlton penalty Charlton. Oh dear, have we got idiots putting fake news in the chat? Really, really unhelpful. Please don't put fake news in the chat. It just messes the whole show up for everybody. No penalty for Derby. Please avoid putting fake news in the chat. Good start to the Winacker today, Matthew. Absolutely. We got 2 of 3 in, but I will not count my chickens. But that's Matthew, our partner on the WhatsApp Saturday shortlist podcast. So apologies for the fake news in the chat. We all find different ways of getting meaning from life. Unfortunately, some people like to lie on the internet to get attention. But there you go. There was a penalty at Accrington that Charlton scored. What we will do is we'll have a look at the top end of the Championship. Look at Sheffield United, 4th. That's got to be a high for the season for Sheffield United. As Toto Nsiala scored for Fleetwood. Unbelievable. Former Ipswich and Shrewsbury man. Toto scoring. There's no place like home, Toto. No place like Burton for Nsiala. There you go. Look at Sheffield United up there into 4th place, gone above Blackburn. Blackburn and QPR have been falling down over the last 6 or 7 games, haven't they? And Sheffield United overtaking them as things stand. Blades up to 4th. They are on quite the tear. In fact, look at that. Only 3 points behind Bournemouth as things stand. Remember, Bournemouth, we are contractually obliged to mention, have games in hand, of course. Let's have a look at the League One picture. Charlton, who've been on a rotten run lately, they have taken the lead. Jaden Stockley scored from the spot against Accrington. Have a look down at the bottom there. Fleetwood lead as well. They move on to 36. Absolute savage relegation picture there from Fleetwood, Wimbledon, Morecambe, Gillingham, all separated by 3 points. But, of course, we have the top and bottom teams of that little bunched up group have both taken the lead today. Gillingham lead at Doncaster, and Fleetwood, am I going to pronounce this name right? Adeji Oshilaja. There we go. Apologies to him and his family if I have messed up the pronunciation of the name there. Worth, Mike, sorry I'm late. Still recovering from Wilson's miss. I mean, great goal by Wilson. We should give him some credit. But what a dreadful miss by Harry Wilson late in the game. Lou Blade's been on a great one since the owner came out and said they didn't believe in the concept of a manager. Yeah. Was that before? Because weirdly, the run starts one game before Heckingbottom came in, doesn't it? They beat Reading. But since then, proper 2 points per game form from Sheffield United. That was the commentator's curse. They've just conceded. Coventry 1, Sheffield United 1. Coventry have equalised against the Blades. They were temporarily up to 4th. They are not 4th anymore. They're going to have just dropped 2 points. Cov have equalised against Sheffield United. Do help me if there's any corrections need to be made in the ticker during the show. Very tricky to keep up with everything. In fact, let's do some timeouts here. There we go. So we are waiting the Coventry goal scorer. Thank you, Jamie Gyökeres for Coventry. He's found the net again recently after a pretty barren run. Matthew Tremere. Oh, did you go in the end, Matthew? Excellent. Tremere outstanding in League Two. Any League Two questions, send them Matthew's way. He knows way more about it than me. Gyökeres, yes, the goal scorer, 1-1 for Coventry. Hulster, it's almost like he's helping me out with my pluggery today. The What-Acker win treble is looking good, actually. Forest lead against Reading. Sheffield Wednesday are 2 up against Cambridge. We've got Newport at Stevenage as well. BTTS, bit quieter. We're not going to get anything from Man United and Spurs in the 3 p.m. That's a 5:30 kickoff. MK Wigan, Swindon, Oldham is the BTTS. And going, if Matthew's in there, Matt, stick your Twitter up in the chat. Matthew, the super brain of What-Acker, is in the chat at the moment. Actually, we got Lou, the analytics guy from Twitter. We got Matthew. We got some great brains in the chat here. Really do love our subscriber base here. Let's keep those comments coming. Reading FC8. Paul Lynch is no use. Never going to keep us up. Sorry. Still have no idea why Swift not playing. Oh, interesting. Very, very interesting. And, of course, is one of our great brains in the chat. Actually, check out one of the Upside videos I did with Ant. It's got tens of thousands of views with his views. Oh, Matt, why are you telling me that? Oh, dear. Sammy Morsey out injured for Ipswich. Acknowledged as the one Ipswich player who they can't afford to be without in that quite sort of big squad there. There we go. Matthew_Glazier. Go and give Matt a follow on Twitter. He does the Saturday Shortlist podcast with me for WhatsApp. Have I done my daily Wordle? Shaylee does that, Kenny, but No, I didn't quite get into the old Wordle phenomenon there. There you go. And here is the wind-up merchant. Go and follow Annie's channel as well. Cambridge still to have a shot. They're 2 down against Sheffield Wednesday. Paul Ince has been out longer than has he really? Goodness me. How are we doing for likes, you lot? 1, 2, 5. Can we get a little bit of a booster on the likes? Let's see if we can get to 150. Do hit that like button. 125 likes we're at the moment. See if you can get us up to 150 likes. Hit that like button. Support the channel. Support the video. And hopefully we can get more like-minded people watching. Get us back from Barnsley Fulham. How was it? Do let us know. Do I think Darby will stay up? It's gonna be tight. It might even go down to the last 2 games. It almost depends on 2 things now. Derby's away form. If their away form improves, yes, and the home form stays where it is, and Reading, doesn't it? But there's a chance, which I wasn't saying for a lot of the season. A like spike. Fusion Lucify. I'm going to write that down. Can I steal that? We'll give Fusion Lucify some credit. I like that. I like that a lot. A like spike. What's the record? Have we got 250? I don't think we've got above 250. So let me know. We're having a bit of a lull. Remember, only 1 Premier League game today. We had Brighton 0, Liverpool 2 earlier on. We got the big Brentford-Burnley game in terms of a relegation head-to-head. Plenty going on, though, in Championship and League One. Instant Jewel were the final 2 in 2008 for us. And we went with Jewel because Ince came across there. Don't talk to me about Paul Jewel, Rebel, as an Ipswich fan. But yes, Lyle, you say, in come Bristol City. Have we had a goal? Have I missed a goal? I keep hitting like, Ben. It's going up and down. Well, of course it is. Peterborough 0, Stoke 1. If ever a team needed a win, if ever a manager needed a win, it's Stoke at the moment. And Stoke have taken the lead. Posh 0, Stoke 1. Stoke have been really stinking it out lately, haven't they? They really need a win. Peterborough had a really good draw, didn't they? I hate to say it, but there does seem a bit of a sense about the Posh, like they're set with Grant McCann now for next season in League One, and more results like this, and that's where they'll be. Jacob Brown is the goal scorer. The former Barnsley winger, who's now a striker, is the goal scorer for Stoke City. They lead 1-0 at the Posh. There we go. We can give you a live league table. I've even got the highlights on it for you. There you go. Stoke on to 48. I still don't think 15 will satisfy the big boys. And I can say it on this show. And it says Bet365 straight up there of Bet365 and Stoke there. They're going to need more than 15th place given the money that's gone in there. But they lead today. Peterborough, 22 points from 36. Be a 24th loss of the season for the Posh if they go under today at home. To Stoke. Lewis, Clinton Morrison said Derby denied a Stonewall penalty. Morrison fouled, Ravel Morrison and Clinton Morrison. Are you trying to confuse me in the comments there, Lewis? Does being a good cook, no, but being a good bloke does, and we know you are a good bloke, David. Legend. Geddes, we've had some bad decisions. I'll take the soft penalty. Mystic queuing for a beer. That was a bad decision then yourself, wasn't it? What else have we got in the chat here? Oh, thank you. I've missed the goal. Oh, Accrington have equalised against... thank you, guys. Apologies. Accrington 1. Charlton 1. Stockley, who was at Preston. Where was Stockley before Preston? Exeter? He was at Preston last... Is he at Charlton permanently now? Anyway, he scored earlier. Accrington have equalised. Rosary Longello. Again, apologies to him and his family, probably, for that pronunciation. Dale, there's a soft and a player slipping over his own heels. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. I'd like to think we can move the when we get, and I'm not accusing Dale of this at all. He hasn't done that at all. I'm just, this is my feelings on it. When we get a terrible refereeing decision, I think, especially in the Championship, where there's the money. You know, if we can distribute zillions to the 3 parachute teams, we can get penalties checked and we can get goals checked. Surely. I don't see the use in yelling at the ref. He got it wrong. Blindingly obvious, he got it wrong. But they need some help. They really, really need some help, don't they? They've been very bad, don't they? Or they need there you go. That's at least a suggestion to help them. They need retraining. Liam, Bristol City back 3 are struggling. That's never a good sign. No, it's not. That's not good news for the WATCHA BTTS pick. If MK Wigan is cagey, we need goals in that one. Longello or Longjello, I don't know what his preferred pronunciation of that is. Former Newcastle Academy. Interesting. As are Adam Armstrong and Ivan Toney, which the Newcastle fans don't like me reminding them of. 2 very good strikers, maybe slipped the net. Swansea currently sitting with 74% possession. We're winning 1-0. Yeah, we love those anomalies, don't we? It's not 9-10 for the law, is it, Ryan? Oldham Swindle also very cagey. Not good news on the BTTS. Lewis, apparently there's somebody at my door 1 minute ago. Do you want to see some live ring footage from my door? I don't know who. Oh dear, that's Shaylee's mates. Has she checked that? We need to tell Shaylee that her mates were at the door. I'm sorry, I'm just going to quickly message the missus. Lee at door. Sorry, she'll want to know that. There we go. Apologies. Interruptions. The reason I was on my phone is that Lewis has sent me the Derby penalty shot. So we're going to get my real-time reaction on this Derby penalty. Feel free to DM me any naughty footage. Right, here we go. So this is my real-time reaction. I've seen it once. Oh, was it the second one or the first one? It's the first one. Yeah, it looks a penalty, doesn't it? That's my real-time reaction. Let me watch one more time. This is the Derby penalty call. It slid inside. Yeah, it's a penalty, isn't it? It looks like, yes, the Championship officials maybe need some help, and Derby could well have had a penalty there. Is VAR happening? Well, Colin, we've heard about something. I'm at the point there. I'm at the point that, look, they proposed, there's goals flying in, by the way. Hang on, I'll answer that question. Peterborough 1, Stoke 1. Okay, let me put that up first. I'll answer the VAR question. There was a proposal. I'm trying to do 100 things at once here. Read my phone. Tell my missus her friends are at the door. Walsall 1, Sutton 0 as well. I don't need to write that one down. There was a proposal for a limited VAR, which I would, look, any help they get, give it to them. I would be a proponent of things like penalties and goals being checked. A lot of people came out and went, oh, if you're not going to have full VAR, don't have any VAR. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that it has to be exactly the same. Give them as much help as you can possibly give them is my take on it. But we might see that in the Championship next season. Johnson Clark-Harris is the equalising goal scorer for Peterborough. As you were there, Peterborough 1, Stoke 1. Multitasking, Ben. Multitasking. Yeah, I'm struggling, aren't I? Struggling. Jay, I could fall asleep at St Andrews. He's so bored, he's watching the SuperStream instead of the game. Stanley have scored 2 goals in minutes. Have I missed another one, guys? Let me just double check. I think people are... Thank you, guys. Stanley are 2-1 up against Charlton. So they've come from behind within the first half. Accrington were 1-0 down against Charlton. They are an absolute arse to play against up at Accrington, I tell you. I've seen them beat Ipswich a couple of times there. Good side at home, Accrington. They lead 2-1 against Charlton. Tommy Lee, wasn't he in Motley Crue? Girls. Right, let's have a look in the chat and see what we've got here. Hard to train. Yeah. I don't know if referees are hard to train or the job we're asking them to do is too difficult now without, especially given the Premier League guys have got help from technology and we're asking the rest of them to do it without. Make love, not VAR. There you go. Iain, very cagey. Could be is this the Rotherham game, Iain? I assume he is there. Claire, I'd rather watch your Ringo than Bournemouth. Outstanding. As long as you'd not rather watch me watch my Ringo doorbell. Sounds like what else have we got? What midweek games coming this week? I've got no idea, Matt. I'm through to the weekend in terms of organisation, and then I'll figure out what's going on at the weekend. Peterborough equalised. I think we picked up all of that. I'm going to do, I promise I won't do another one too quickly, but we're going great guns on the likes. We are at 141 likes. Hit that like button and see if you can get us up to 150 likes. Hit the like button. See if we can go over 150. We're at 141. Hit like if you're, if you're watching the super stream right now. It's gone up to 146. Come on, guys. Get us to 150. Actually, I'm going to put this up because I'm interested in the player that has been red carded. Eugene, like Spike. I've got to remember that. I do like that a lot, like Spike. A red card for Scunthorpe. I'm interested. We got any Wolves fans in the chat? It's Luke Mattheson, who was the wonder boy for Rochdale, who got signed by Wolves. Got loaned to Ipswich and barely kicked a ball. He's now at Scunthorpe. Any Wolves fans, tell me about Luke Mattheson. Daniel, just got back from Barnsley v Fulham. Praying for a Forest win. They're winning, Daniel. Never a penalty to us. Great to hear from all of these people who were at the Barnsley-Fulham game. We've got anyone who was at the Brighton-Liverpool game as well. Can smarten us up. Well played, you lot. 157 likes. So I will do one thing, and then I'll stop banging on about likes. Can you get us to 200? I wonder if we can get 250 during the show today. See if you can get us up to 200 likes. I won't plug that for a little while. It's 3:37 in the super stream. Oh, dear. Derby's keeper has been knocked out. That is Ryan also. Well, we hope he's okay. That sounds not very good if that's true, Tom. Not good. What a like, Hussy. I'm not denying it, am I? Not denying it at all. A like Spike. Scunthorpe fans don't think Mattheson... What went on there? Because he was like the huge wonder kid for Rochdale, age 15, I think he made his debut. Sheffield Wednesday are 3-0 up. We're going to do our winners and actually, no, we'll wait until the second half to do some winners and losers. But I suspect we'll get a few votes for Sheffield Wednesday, who are bossing their game against Cambridge. How many are Wednesday going to score today? 3-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. And they are really putting the pressure on that very, very tight League One playoff picture, in particular Plymouth and Wycombe below them. Let's have a look who weren't below them at kickoff, were they? I don't think. So Wednesday, Lincoln have just taken the lead, by the way, in League One as well. You'll probably see that change on the screen as we discuss the playoff picture. Expect Lincoln to bump up a place or two. Fact check me on that. In fact, I'm not even looking at that part of the table. Right, so look, Wednesday are 3-0 up. Wednesday are going to win today unless there's some ridiculousness goes on at Hillsborough, maybe with Mount Rushmore's Sam Smith. Quiet day for Mount Rushmore at the moment. We can check in on that in just a sec. So look, Plymouth need a goal to get above the Wednesday, as do Wycombe. But Wycombe are playing Rotherham, so easier said than done in terms of them taking the lead. So the winners in the top 8, in fact, in the entire top half, Accrington have moved into the top half by winning, but in the top half, only Wednesday and Oxford are leading. Wednesday look home and host, don't they? 3-0 there. Let's just have a quick check-in with Mount Rushmore. Ivan Toney, Alfie May, Josh Bowler and Sam Smith are on Mount Rushmore today. I suppose we'll give Josh Bowler a shout-out because Blackpool are leading, aren't they? Who set up the Blackpool goal, and was it Josh Bowler? Do let me know. So let me just... Lincoln had taken the lead. They look far enough away. They're up to 41 points. Nappers assures me it's more like 50 to survive than the 45 it is in the Championship. Of course, one extra team in League One gets relegated. 4 relegated down in League One, only 3 in the Championship. We're coming up half-time, guys. Have a little look in terms of the CV game. Get prepped for the CV game and let me know. We can play some CV game at half-time. Charlie Kirk, thank you, Annie. We can't give Josh Bowler. Yes, we will. And I think Matty Taylor for Mount Rushmore maybe next week as well. Charlie Kirk, do not take him. Yeah, there you go. Right, any more in the comments here? Past 150 up, going for 200 likes. We're 164 likes, but I've been called a like hussy, which is probably very, very true. The next like spike will give it a little push later on there. James is asking me for some medical advice here. A bit of pain under my shoulder. I reckon it's muscle strain. Right, we've heard about the vaccine and lower backs, but I am no expert there. Soft spot for Fleetwood because of Vardy, my mates and their Twitter admin. Is he good fun? Burnley to win, says Double A. We will see. Get Berahino and Patterson up there. Maybe Bannon. Actually, Berahino would be good fun. Wednesday have gone 4-0 up. What is Sheffield Wednesday on today? Sheffield Wednesday 4, Cambridge 0. Take about Sheffield Wednesday, who have had the first half from heaven. They are 4-0 up, the Wednesday. Saido Berahino had got the third. We knew Barrett, I think the first was an own goal. Bannon got the second. Berahino got the third. It was Luis Fiorini who had scored for Lincoln, by the way, at Wimbledon. But Wednesday have gone 4-0 up. Tremendous work from Sheffield Wednesday this first half. They're definitely... in fact, let's do it. Give me your winners and losers. First half winners and losers. I'll nominate Sheffield Wednesday. Maybe Ipswich are our first half losers for losing Sam Morsey, but hey, it's not all about the team I support. Get your first half winners and losers in for today. I suspect Sheffield Wednesday will come out on top as winners. They are 4-0 up, aren't they? Sky are telling me it's only... there. Saido Berahino has scored twice, actually. He's on a hat-trick. Get your first half winners and losers in for me there in the chat, and hopefully we can get some discussion going there based on that. Who are your first half winners and losers? Saido Berahino. Losers, Blackburn. Why? Why in particular, James? Blackburn are 0-0, aren't they? I don't think anyone... Oh, no, yeah, you're right. Sheffield United, yeah, good point. Sheffield United have overtaken them. Haven't they? Get your first half winners and losers in there via the chat. I suspect Saido Berahino and Sheffield Wednesday will be 2 of them. Reading, that's a good shout, actually, isn't it? Reading are behind. It looks like Darby should have had a penalty in that first half as well. So maybe there might be something there for Darby. But Bournemouth do come good in the second half of games, particularly, don't they? Oh, now this could be interesting in terms of Sheffield Wednesday because it's Bolton 0, Plymouth 1. So I wonder whether Sheffield Wednesday have just dropped the place, in fact, despite being 4-0 up. They will do. Keep your eye on the live league table because Plymouth, everybody, are about to overtake Sheffield Wednesday, despite the Wednesday being 4-0 up. Keep your eye on Plymouth, everyone. There they go. Sheffield Wednesday dropped down a place. Plymouth back up to 5th. Bolton 0, Plymouth 1. Macaulay Gillespie has scored for Plymouth. So even though Wednesday are 4-0 up, they've just dropped the place in the table with that Plymouth goal. Bolton are no mugs. There's been a few good teams in form. Ipswich, one of them actually. Bolton and Pompey really having a good push. Sheffield Wednesday are probably that one stage further than those teams in terms of their run starting a little bit earlier. But certainly all go at a high tide as I know only too well as an Ipswich fan, in those League One playoff spots this season. Well played, Plymouth, who are mitigating losing their manager in when did Ryan Lowe go to December, late November? I can't think. And go off to Preston, but Stephen Schumacher, they're still in the playoffs. So well done, Plymouth. He's seeing out that good work by Ryan Lowe early in the season. Nico Gordon, a 19 at the back. Great reading of the game. He scored last week as well, didn't he, Jay? Looks like a good player coming in for Birmingham. Nico Gordon. Do let me know, guys, when your game goes half-time so we can head over and play the CV game. Report from Portman Road. Ipswich have been by far the better team. Famous last words, those, aren't they? Morecambe 0, Cheltenham 1. Are we going over to Mount Rushmore, anybody? Cheltenham are winning. That normally means Alfie May has scored, doesn't it? No Mount Rushmore goal scorers yet, but Cheltenham have taken the lead. Morecambe 0, Cheltenham 1. That's Cole Stockton versus Alfie May, isn't it? Cheltenham have the lead. Let me know when your game hits half-time. Doncaster losers. Yes, very, very good point there. Doncaster, poor first half from them. They're behind to Gillingham, and that's a head-to-head down there. Plymouth moving to 5th. Yes, I think we put that up on the live league table. Erdin. Liam Sercombe is the goal scorer. Still no Mount Rushmore goals today for either. Who's on there? I can't remember. Josh Bowler, Ivan Toney, Alfie May, and Sam Smith. We should be able to get a goal out of those four today, shouldn't we? Come on, Mount Rushmore, lads. Let me know when your game comes in half-time. It's 3:46 on the Saturday SuperStream. Have a little think about the CV game. And don't put your shouts in yet for the CV game. We'll do a few rounds. I can see half-time's coming in. Blackburn 0, Bristol City 0. Give me a few more of your winners and losers for the first half. Who are the big winners and the big losers in the first half today? I've agreed with a lot of your shouts. Reading maybe in the Championship. Blackburn have been overtaken. Sheffield Wednesday looked like a big winner, 4-0 up. Plymouth maybe. Doncaster at the bottom there. Let me know your winners and your losers. And do let me know when your game hits half-time as well. Rotherham look nailed on. Do you think MK can overtake them? Rotherham just know the deal, Erdin, don't they? I would think Rotherham will be champions, barring Wigan had some games in hand, but they've put in such a formidable lead. Winners Wednesday, losers Swans. Get your winners and losers in. Derby losers, Bournemouth winners. Burnley to win, Brentford to lose. Get your winners and losers in for half-time in the chat. 45 minutes to hold on with that 4-0 lead. Get some goal difference going. Poor old Cambridge. Alex, legend. Good lad, Alex. He was on one of our season so far interviews. Good posh insight always from Alex. Posh are losers, but we're used to it now. Must-win game or it's League One. Lots of must-win games. Winners Wednesday, losers Northampton. Let me know what's going on with Northampton down there. Liam, got to half-time without conceding a goal. When was that? When was the last time we had a Bristol City clean sheet? At half-time or at full-time, indeed. I think, am I good to go to our half-time frolics? I think we're good to go, aren't we? It is half-time. Pretty much across the board. It's 3:48. Look, we'll get a goal now. I've said that. We're going to be playing the CV game in a minute. Just hold your thoughts on the CV game. I don't want people to put effort into putting a CV game in and it getting lost in the chat. It can move quite quickly here. Let me do a quick sweep and then we will be playing the CV game through half time, and we can do some winners and losers and comments as we go. Right, here is your halftime sweep. Do let me know if anything's wrong in the ticker as well, and I'll get it changed. Right, in the Premier League, it is Brentford 0, Burnley 0 in that huge relegation head-to-head. I think a draw is more helpful to... Oh, I'm going to have to stop because we do have a goal in the Championship. It's a big goal right at the top of the Championship. That means Bournemouth have taken the lead. I said if I click the halftime button, there'd be a goal. Bournemouth 1, Darby 0. Looked like Darby should have had a penalty earlier in that half, but Bournemouth have now taken the lead. Huddersfield drew yesterday. Blackburn a level. Sheffield United a level. We could be now putting Bournemouth in the big winners category. Bournemouth 1, Darby 0. Let's have a look. Shaylee said thanks to me letting her know her friends were at the door. Hopefully she answered it. Maybe. Maybe she even knew that they were there. Dom Solanke, thank you. Dom Solanke is the goal scorer. I'm not saying thank you to him for scoring. My bias is well and truly left at the door. Thank you for the chat, for letting me know. We better jump straight to the top of the championship table, and then we will properly do the sweep. That could be a really important goal for Bournemouth. I'm just going to jump into championship mode there. Look, we'll just ignore Fulham. Fulham can go play on their own with 77 points. But look at that. As things stand, Bournemouth will stick a 2-point lead in over Huddersfield, 3 games in hand. If Sheffield United don't win today and Blackburn don't win, that would be a perfect weekend for Bournemouth. Fulham have dropped points as well. Even whether that's even relevant to Bournemouth fans, I don't know. But Bournemouth got to go in there, I think, as big winners now with that Dom Solanke goal. It hasn't come up on my screen on Gillette yet, but it's come up on my phone, which is normally more reliable, let's just say. So, yeah, is it up? Yeah, it is up there. Right, let's do our sweep then. We started with, we'll get to the CV game in just a minute, guys. Right, in the Championship, Birmingham 0, Hull 0, Blackburn 0, Bristol City 0, Blackpool 1, Swans 0, Medine, Bournemouth 1, Derby 0. We think Dom Solanke scored well into stopping, maybe 48, 49 minutes that one went in. Cardiff 0, Preston 0, Coventry 1, Sheffield United 1, Millwall 0, Middlesbrough 0, Forest 1, Reading 0. Davis, the Coventry and Sheffield United goals, by the way, Berger for Blades. Who scored for Cov? Gyökeres. And Peterborough 1, Stoke 1. Sorry, Keenan Davis was the goal scorer for Forest. Jacob Brown and Johnson Clark Harris. Plenty of goals in League One by the look of it. Most of them at Hillsborough, I think. Wimbledon 0, Lincoln 1. Stanley 2, Charlton 1. Charlton led in that as well. Bolton 0, Plymouth 1. Looks like Plymouth are going up to 5th as things stand. Burton 0, Fleetwood 1. Good news for Fleetwood, but keep an eye on those 4 or 5 teams between 33 and 36 points at the bottom of League One. Burton 0, Fleetwood 1. I just said that, sorry. Doncaster 0, Gillingham 1, which parlays into the relegation fight down there. Ipswich 0, Pompey 0. I think Morsey off injured for Ipswich. MK 0, Wigan 0. Second versus third, that. Morecambe 0, Cheltenham 1. Sheffield Wednesday 4, Cambridge 0. Shrewsbury 0, Oxford 1. Sunderland 0, Crewe 0. Wickham 0, Rotherham 0. That is our half-time scores. Bowler missed a sitter to make it 2-0. I don't want to be hearing that, Matt. I've put him on Mount Rushmore. No good. A bit of Ben and Wednesday winning is the best combo ever. Have a beer as well, Jim, and make it a treble. Great play by Anthony. Nutmegged Derby players and assisted for Solanke to score. Wayne Rooney post-match press conference will be a fun watch. Tom, Bournemouth 1. Cherries put pressure on in the last 20. We should have had a pen, but these decisions even themselves out over the season. Draw now, best result. Well, very balanced Derby fan there by the sounds of it. Tom. Right. Daniel, that's quite good. New to the live stream. What's the CV game? You're about to find out. Get your CVs in. And what we're going to do this week, we're going to start with one from me. So maybe hold your fire. So what we're doing on the CV game, I need you to put any player from any era. Don't make it too difficult, else no one will get it. It won't be fun. But any player, any era, I need to put all their clubs in order. And if they played anywhere on loan, I need you to put loan in brackets afterwards. And you've got to name the player. But here's one from me. So what we'll do each week now is, if you want, You can DM me on Twitter. Give me your submissions for the CV game. I'll give you a shout out and I'll make a little bit of artwork during the week. So at Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. I don't know why I do that every time I stick my phone in my hand. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. But right, I'm just going to clear the comments. So I've got them on the screen. I can see some CVs coming up. I'll put them up in order they get there. Here is mine. And it's a race. Who can get this one first? Are you ready? Here comes the CV game. Who can get this player from their clubs? That is the CV game. Who is going to be the first to get the right answer? Who's going to be the champion for that one? I'll leave it on the screen until somebody gets it. Who's going to be first, you lot, in the chat to get that one? This is the CV game. Very, very famous player. You lot, who's got it? Joshua. Well done. Congratulations, Joshua, in the chat there, who wins mine. That was, of course, Harry Maguire in the CV game. Right, let's get some of yours up. Are you ready, you lot, to play this one? Let's start with Ian's. Go. Darby, Spurs, Wolves on loan, Hull, Darby. I've got it. Deep line playmaker. Who's going to get that one? Who's getting that one? Come on. I've got it. Deep line playmaker. Very good player, actually, over his time. Loves to ping the ball about. Come on. Who's getting that one up on the screen? Someone's got to answer me in the chat. Oh, Ad, I think you were second. But I like Ad's beard, so I'll put his up on the screen. Tom got it first. Yeah, Tom Huddleston. Right, let's stick another one up. Joshua. Right, go. Arsenal, Norwich on loan, Blackburn on loan. Blackburn. I think I've got it. I think he scored from the halfway line for Spurs once, didn't he? Spurs, Birmingham, West Ham, Rostov, and Blackburn on loan. Who's going to get that one? I think I've got it. He was a good player, actually. Played for England. Same initials as a very famous England captain. Who's getting that one on the screen? Come on. Everyone remembers that goal scored for Tottenham at the Emirates. Who's getting that one in the chat? Come on. I'm waiting. Mark, I think you're the winner. David Bentley. Surely, wasn't it? I think I've got the right answer. There we go. Sven got it. Rebel got it as well. Right, let's stick another one up on the screen. Well done for getting all of these. Hugh, go. Oh, God, that looks impossibly hard. Anyone going to get that one? I think Wigan's probably the clue there. I'm going to struggle with that one. I might swing an easier one on that one. Can anyone get it? Knowing Hugh, who's a Wigan fan, it will be a Wigan player. A foreign Wigan player, probably from their good era. Hugh, put us out of our misery. Oh, Lou's a super brain, so he's probably got it right. Is that right? I've got no idea. Anyone got it? Lou's going over my head with his knowledge there. I'm going to put another one up on the screen. Hugh's one was too elite for us. Keep your CV games coming in. We've got a few more minutes before half time goes. Let me put... what else have we got? Sorry, I'm scrolling the chat here. Sorry if I've missed yours out. It moves fast. Right, there you go. Looks like a Portuguese player, probably from Jay. Sporting, Charlton, Sheffield Wednesday. I'm not getting that one. I'm assuming that's a Premier League era player. Anyone get that one in the chat? Let me scroll down, see if anyone's got it. Andy Delort. Well done, Lou. I'd never heard of that. That was where I was going, Ad. People like Figueroa. Well done, Lou. We know he's a super brain anyway, don't we? Right. Let's do a few more in the chat here. What do we got? Matt. Okay, go. Livingston, Blackpool on loan, then Blackpool permanently. Norwich, West Brom. I was thinking Graham Dorrans when I saw Norwich and West Brom, but it's all the wrong order. Newcastle Jets and Cambridge United. Is it Wes? Oh, giving the answer away. I think I've got it. Sorry. That's Wes Houlihan, isn't it? My bad. Did anyone get it in the chat? Semedo. There you go. A few people got that one. I didn't. I was struggling with that one. Right. How many more minutes at half time? It's the CV game, everybody, and we can hit the second half button. It's 3:59. Let's get a few more of these up on the screen. Tom. Oh, I should get this one because it says Ipswich. Right. Manchester United, Leicester, Ipswich on loan, and Derby. Who's getting that one? Manchester United, Leicester. I'm not getting this one, actually. I thought it was Lee Martin, but he's had loads of other clubs since then. Anyone? Oh, of course. Oh, for God's sakes. Ben, thank you. What idiot. How did I not get that one? Tom Lawrence. It was the Man United that confused me. Well done, Tom, Kenny, and Rebel as well. I can't believe I didn't get that. That's pathetic from me. Who caught me out with that one? Rubbish. Tom got me with that one. Right, Liam. Here we go. Manchester United, Preston on loan. David Beckham, anybody? Leicester, Barnsley on loan. Coventry, Bristol City. Danny Simpson? Anyone got that one? I think it's Danny Simpson, isn't it? Did he ever go to Coventry on loan? Let me know if I got that one right in the chat. Am I right on that one, Liam? We are playing the CV game until the end of the first half. Oh, no, he's right. Well done, Geddes. Matty James, isn't it? Tetra's got it as well. It wasn't Danny Simpson at all. Similar career path. Right, let's do a couple more. CV game is elite. I'm not very elite at getting them right today. Can't believe I didn't get Tom Lawrence. Tom Lawrence was my favourite player, but he was the only player when he was on loan at Ipswich, carried the whole team. Right. Let's see if we can get another one up here. Right. We've had that one, haven't we? Okay. Right. Ryan. Motherwell. Leicester. Oh, I've got, what a great player this guy is. I've got this one. Leeds, Coventry, Liverpool, Coventry. People keep telling me certain Scottish players are world class. Maybe Andy Robertson is. This guy definitely was a hell of a player, wasn't he? Anyone get that one? Who's got that one? Brilliant central midfielder. Won the title, I think, at one of those clubs in the middle. There you go, Sven. Gary Mack. What a player he was. Proper cultured throwback Scottish midfield player he was. Brilliant, brilliant player. Right, sorry if yours isn't getting read out. Do keep sticking it in the chat. Although we've only probably got a minute or so more. Let me know when the second halves are starting. I'm going to click this one. Matty, I think this may be the fastest player I've ever seen, apart from maybe Dan James, live at a football match. Someone's going to get that one really, really quickly, aren't they? Who's getting that? Super fast player. Anyone get that one? Super hench, ripped player as well. Who's first? There we go. Adama Traore, Rexy, well done. Matt, Sven, Hugh, Ben. Oh, loads of people got that one. Well done. Right, are we nearly there for halftime? Apologies if your CV game doesn't get read out. If you DM me on Twitter as close to Saturday as you can with your, I'll do him as a graphic and we can make them up pre-game. Right, here we go. Let's do this one. It looks fun. Right. Oh, I think I know this one already. Striker. Man United, Antwerp. That's probably on loan. Hull, Spurs, Sunderland, Cardiff, Palace, Hull, Huddersfield. Playing in the Championship this season. I know who it is. Anyone get that? Who's going to be first in the chat to get that one? I believe he featured in one of my videos, this guy. I think he might have a Champions League winners medal. He featured in one of my, one of those research videos. The only players in the Championships have a Champions League winners medal. Fraser Campbell. There we go. A few other people got that one. Let's click. There we go. Right. Guys, I am closing the CV game. Apologies if you've put the effort into write it up and it doesn't get read out. We had just run short of time. That was the CV game. Thank you, everybody, for playing along. Absolutely tremendous stuff in the CV game today. We'll try and get a few ahead of time and we'll pop them up on the screen and get the element of surprise in there. Do give me a DM on Twitter with your CV game shouts. And let me know when your second halves kick off. This is the Saturday Superstream. I'm going to do a quick sweep and let you know what's going on. It is 4:04. So second half should just about be going now. in these games, Brentford and Burnley, 0-0. A few goalless games in the Championship. I'll do them first. Birmingham, Hull, Blackburn, Bristol City, Cardiff, Preston, and Millwall, Middlesbrough. Goals in the Championship. It's Blackpool 1, Swans 0, Bournemouth 1, Derby 0, Coventry 1, Sheffield United 1, Forest 1, Reading 0. How Steve Cooper would it be to score after about 30 seconds and win 1-0? You love it. Peterborough 1, Stoke 1. You don't love it if you're a Reading fan, of course. In League One, only a couple of goalless games there. Pompey are 0-0 with Ipswich. MK are 0-0 with Wigan. Sunderland are 0-0 with Crewe. Wickham are 0-0 with Rotherham. It's Wimbledon 0, Lincoln 1. Stanley 2, Charlton 1. Bolton 0, Plymouth 1. Burton 0, Fleetwood 1. Donny 0, Gillingham 1. Morecambe 0, Cheltenham 1. Wednesday 4, Cambridge 0. Half-time score, that one. Shrewsbury 0, Oxford 1. And that is all she wrote in the Championship, in League One, excuse me. That is our sweep. Let's have a look. You guys still playing the CV game? We will revisit the CV game at halftime next week in the chat. In the meantime, let's go to Morecambe first. And are we going to Mount Rushmore? Because Cheltenham have gone 2-0 up against Morecambe. Morecambe 0, Cheltenham 2. Are we going to get an Alfie May goal? He's on Mount Rushmore this week. Morecambe 0, Cheltenham 2. We'll get the goal scorer for that one. Our first second half goal comes in League One at Morecambe. Let me just do a quick like tallying up. We're at 171 likes. I'd love to get to 200. Can we get a like spike, everybody? A like spike. Get us up to 200 likes. We get a goal spike at Hillsborough. And we've just had some very, very good news from Stevenage as well. Hit the like button. See if you can get us up towards 200 likes. At the moment, I believe Newport have just taken the lead at Stevenage, which now does mean that the Wat Acker win treble, touch wood, touch everything, is coming in. We've got Forest Wednesday and Newport all leading. Are we going to get a winner today at just shy of 6-1 if you'd followed that one? Fingers crossed. It's 5-0 to Sheffield Wednesday, who are definitely going to be our big winners of the day, aren't they? 5-0 to the Wednesday. Could that go 6 or 7 today? They're absolutely battering poor old Cambridge. George Byers, the former Swansea central midfielder, has scored. Callum Wright was the goal scorer for Cheltenham. Still no Mount Rushmore goal scorers, you lot. Ivan Toney, Alfie May, Josh Bowler and Sam Smith are on Mount Rushmore today. And big up Robert Street. Let's put him on Mount Rushmore because he scored for Newport at Stevenage. The like spike took us up to 181. Do hit that like button. See if you can get us up to 200 likes. Really helps our video and our stream find more subscribers, and hopefully we can get more people in the chat each and every Saturday. Callum, right. Is he on loan from Leicester? Possibly. I'm guessing because Ant's very happy about it. CV game-wise, can't fit Colin Kaz and Rich. I think someone's put him up there before, actually. But do DM me your CV game. Maybe do it on Friday, and I'll pop them up. Actually, I should do a shout-out for it, shouldn't I? And we can stick them up in the screen. Ben, this is absolutely fantastic. Best I've seen since the early Carlos days. Carlos Carvajal, we're talking about. Sheffield Wednesday are hammering Cambridge under Darren Moore now. Been a few managers. Go on, who can do it? Who can name all the Sheffield Wednesday managers between Carlos Carvajal and Darren Moore? I'm going to try it now. Carlos Carvajal, Josh Lahukai, remember him? Who was it next? Steve Bruce next. Then Gary Monk, Tony Pulis, Neil Thompson for a bit, and Darren Moore. Did I miss any out? Has there really been 6 managers there? That's ridiculous, isn't it? Goodness me. What stand am I in against QPR? I'm in the David Priest in the corner. So may not be the huge atmosphere of the main stand, but it'll be a good view. Come and see me if you're at Luton QPR tomorrow. I will be there. Come and say hello. Did I get them all right? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Well done, me. Woof. Lee Bullen. Does Lee Bullen count that? I suppose if we're counting Neil Thompson, we better count Lee Bullen. Shouldn't we? Give him a medal. He named a random bloke, not even Google would have found. Well, there you go. Try naming all Derby's managers. Right, I'm going to try and do it backwards. And I'm closing the chat now. Let's close that up. Right, I'll do it backwards. Right, Wayne Rooney. Philip Cocu was before him. Frank Lampard was before him. And then it gets ridiculous. Paul Clement, Nigel Pearson, Steve McLaren. Twice. I'm going to put 2 fingers up for Steve McLaren. I'm going to have missed someone important out as well. Gary Rowett. There you go. There's 8. Is that the last 8? No, I counted Steve McLaren twice, didn't I? There we go. Plenty of Derby managers. Don't give me these challenges. Dear oh me. Too difficult. Don't be surprised if it's 7 or 8 at Wednesday. Good luck, Cambridge, in the second half then. Do you rate the football magazine when Saturday comes? I do. I once had a column written in there. They asked me to write something about football vloggers. Darren Walsall. Yeah, that wasn't a permanent one, was it? He was only a caretaker, wasn't he? Although Darren Walsall managed Derby in the playoffs, didn't they, when they lost to Hull? Is that right? 15, 16? Let me look at my wall. It'll tell me. Yeah, Hull won the playoffs in 15, 16. Didn't they? I think I got all the permanent managers. Didn't I? Keep your comments coming and we can talk to you about a goal. And this could really be the perfect day for Bournemouth, couldn't it? Coventry 2, Sheffield United 1. So Sheffield United are now behind, which means literally Bournemouth are the only team in and around the top 6. It's opened up for Middlesbrough as well. Coventry are 2-1 up. Are we going to get a glut? Because Morecambe has got one back as well against Cheltenham. Morecambe 1, Cheltenham 2. And we just saw that turnaround complete at Coventry. Coventry 2, Sheffield United 1. How about that? It's all coming up rosy for Bournemouth today. They could be a really big winner. All the results are going in their favour now, and they're winning as well. Get your thoughts in via the comments. Let me go to the live league table before I read some of your comments out, guys. So Bournemouth are on 65, and look at that. Fulham drew, Huddersfield drew, Blackburn are drawing, Sheffield United are losing. Sheffield Wednesday have just gone 6-0 up. This could get gnarly, really, really gnarly. 54 gone, 6-0 Wednesday, by the way. Luton and QPR play tomorrow, so it could be good news for Luton and QPR. But the door is open for Middlesbrough. It's a good day for Forest as well. They're the only other team winning up there. All coming up rosy for Bournemouth today. And Sheffield Wednesday 6-0 up. Wednesday 6. That could be a Berahino hat-trick. We'll have it. Yes, it is. Literally, as I said that, it scrolled up. Sido Berahino hat-trick. Get him on Mount Rushmore, I hear you say. Wednesday 6-0. Take a bow Wednesday. Is that going to go 7? I wonder. George Lee was the goal scorer for Morecambe. Do give me a hand when we get gluts. Let me know that ticker is up to date. Down there. Berahino hat-trick. Callum O'Hare. Yeah, I bet you love Callum O'Hare as a numbers guy, Lou. He's an analyst stream, Callum O'Hare. He gets fouled all the time. He dribbles all the time. He tries a key pass every time he gets the ball. Doesn't it? Woof. Lang now suspended for Wigan. When do Wigan play Ipswich next? Hopefully suspended for that game. But there you go. So Coventry 2-1 up. Sorry, I mentioned that all in the prism of Bournemouth and Sheffield United in the playoffs. Well done, Coventry. They have the lead. They've got Callum O'Hare. Yes, indeed, they do. 10-0 is 33-1. Knowing how I view football, that is literally the only one in the Wattacker win treble I'm confident on. Wednesday, 6-0 up. Forest and Newport are 1-0 up. That one is coming in. We look like we're struggling, I have to say. Can anyone give me an update from Swindon and Oldham? Is that still 0-0? I don't think I've seen any goals come through. Someone stick the Swindon and Oldham score up in the chat for me, please. I know MK and Wigan is 0-0. Coventry coming from behind. They lead 2-1 against Sheffield United. Big playoff push from Sheffield United at the moment. Reading have had 11 managers in 12 years. Someone saved these as challenges and we'll do trivia questions, although people just Google them now, don't we? We need questions that people can't Google really quickly, don't we? Alfonso, last 10 minutes for Huddersfield is going to sting last night. Already a long shot to get autos. Yeah, true. Strike while the iron's hot and all that, but take about Huddersfield for, 17 undefeated? 0-0 and still scrappy. Thank you, Peanuts and Lucify, for letting me know. I'll do one plug for subscribers. Please do hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube right now on your phone, on your iPad, on your laptop, on your TV, it's really easy to hit the subscribe button. Really helps me out. Did I see the Harry Wilson goal? Yes, it was brilliant. I did then see the Harry Wilson miss at the end. Yin and yang there with Harry. Can someone check for me? Is Harry Wilson up to 10 goals and 10 assists now? He's a tremendous player at championship level. Yeah, this isn't good news, Hugh, isn't it? Very cagey game in that second versus third up at the top of League One. We had it down BTTS. Both of those sides have been very attacking and free-flowing, Wigan and MK, but it stays 0-0. Last time a Bristol City game, 0-0 at halftime. Millwall away in September. Worth. There we go. Keep your comments coming in. We are so close to 200 likes, guys. We're at 185 likes. Let's see if we can do a like spike. 200 likes. Hit that like button. See if you can get us from 185 to 200 likes. Go and hit the like button wherever you're watching. On your phone, on your iPad, on your smart. It's quite tricky on the smart TV, isn't it? I'll forgive you if you're on the smart TV. I'll forgive you. But if you're on your phone, come on, one little button. Just hit. We've just gone up to 190. There we go. Yes, thank you, my rules. Well done, Harry Wilson. 10 and 10. So John Swift and Harry Wilson both now 10 and 10. I think Morgan Gibbs-White is going to do it as well. Brennan Johnson might do it. I think there's a few other who could get 10 and 10 in terms of goals and assists in the Championship this season. A few players looking for the double-double. Ooh, interesting goal at the top of League One. Shrewsbury 1, Oxford 1. I'm going to go to a League League table after that, actually, because we've now got sort of Plymouth and Wednesday winning. I wonder how that affects Oxford up at the top of League One. They have just dropped back 2 points effectively in terms of that live league table. Joey Barton's really got Bristol Rovers going. Can anyone give me the recent Bristol Rovers run in the chat? They are on form, aren't they? 3-0 up against Harrogate today. We're just going to check in and see what that Shrewsbury equaliser means at the top of League One. And we're going to have a look at the bottom of League One, actually. I'll bring the table up. I'm just going to tap into the ticker because Fleetwood have gone 2-0 up. This could be a really big win for Fleetwood today. And you'll see why when you look down at the bottom of the table. Fleetwood have gone 2-0 up at Burton. The reason we're on the League One live table is that Oxford, look how tight that is. So with that equaliser now at Oxford, you've got the top four all level. Okay, second and third are playing each other. I accept that. And then Oxford 66, Plymouth 65, Wednesday 64, Sunderland 64, Wickham 62. Coventry have just gone 3-1 up at Sheffield United. Sorry, at home against Sheffield United. That's worth a woof, isn't it? Well played, Coventry. Big turnaround there in that one. Berger had put Sheffield United in the lead there. Let's just have a look and see that Fleetwood goal. Looks like Fleetwood are going to win today, famous last words. They're 2 up. And what a big win that would be. 3-point cushion at the moment for Fleetwood. Down at the bottom of the table and at the top of League One, Wigan lead at MK Dons. It's one of our big games today, and it's the first goal. MK 0, Wigan 1. we're going to go right back to the live League One table. Have a look up at the top. If it hasn't updated already, it's about to. And Wigan are about to go, oh, crikey, they're going to go up to 75 and MK are going to go down to 72. They're about to stick a vital goal in. Tom Naylor is the goal scorer for Wigan. Wigan are about to be 3 points clear in the automatic chase for promotion at the top of League One. Probably the biggest goal of the day we've had. Tom Naylor has given Wigan the lead. There you go, 75-72. If you do think it's a 3-horse race, I know those Wigan games in hand make a big, big difference, don't they? Right, we need to talk about Coventry as well. They've gone 3-1 up. My apologies. Nothing really changes, but sorry, let me actually put the focus on poor old Cov because I keep talking about the playoff positions. And there you'll see Coventry in 10th on 54. Looks like they're going to win. They are 3-1 up. Is that updated on the ticker? So let me just double check my ticker. Yes, all good. Sheffield United look like they're going to get a 0 today, don't they? Could be a really, really good day. If Blackburn can win their game today as well, they're 0-0 with Bristol City. You might fancy them given Bristol City are erratic. Anything could happen. Could be a really good day for Bournemouth. It's going to be a really good day for Forest as well in the chasing pack. They've just gone 2-0 up. And that game is in our WhatsAcker win treble as well. We are looking good for that. I don't want to count my chickens. That never ends well, does it? But Forest are 2 up now. So you can see Forest there in 9th. Going to be 2 points off Luton, who play QPR tomorrow. I will be there. Come and say hi to me at the Kenny. Indeed. Let's get back into the comments. Yes, Forest in Didio. O'Hare is a 10-goal, 10-assister. Yes, I agree with that, actually, Lou. It's just one little step up for him. When it clicks, he'll be worth a lot of money. Nick, I'm in the David Priest tomorrow. Awesome. Say hi to me. I don't know exactly where I am. I haven't picked a ticket up yet. But, yeah, come and find me. I'm very conspicuous with my hair, put it that way. We've got Andy Vyman at right wing back. Sounds like Big Nigel's having fun. Davis at the double. Keenan Davis, yes. Second goal for Keenan Davis, which means I'm going to pop this up. I'll say very little. That is the WhatsAcker win treble. Forest are 2 up now. Wednesday are 6-0 up. Newport are 1 up at Stevenage. Come on the Newport is all I'll say. Please leave your bias at the door. Apologies to any Stevenage fans. Well, we've got any Stevenage fans in the chat. I bet we haven't. Not that that's any excuse. Indeed. Come on, 198 likes, guys. Ooh, Fleetwood. Burton 1, Fleetwood 2. I was saying, looks like a very big... Fleetwood have been mental as well. Loads of goals in their games. And there's been comebacks and late action. Fleetwood were 2-0 up. It's now 2-1. Burton 1, Fleetwood 2 as we come up 25 past 4 in the SUPERSTREAM. Worth, is that going to spell bad news and a possible Burton comeback there? And we got 200. Guys, 199 likes. 199. Hit that like button. I'm watching it on the laptop here. Come on, who's going to be the hero? Tell me if you hit like and I'll give you a shout out for being the 200th like. As we come up half. There you go. Thank you. Whoever did that, you're an absolute legend in the chat. Millwall still 0 shots on target. That'd be 2 games in a row, won't it? That'll get the Gary Rowett debate going again. Nervy time for good old Nappers. I bet he's there as well, isn't he? Bless him. 200 as soon as you said it. Was it you, Ad? Or was it you, JC? Legend. Thank you. Oh, it's gone up to 207 now. That's worth a round of applause. Now, a SuperStream record would be 250. Go on. Umar Nias. Again, apologies if that's not your preferred pronunciation of that word. Is the goal scorer for Burton. I think he played at a very high level, didn't he, Nias, previously in his career? Maybe that's good old Jimmy Floyd. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Who else is taking credit for 200 likes? Stephen. There we go. We'll give everybody credit. Thank you, everybody. Indeed. We've got a bit of a lull in terms of goals. Not worth doing a sweep just yet. I'll do a sweep at about 4:30. So we'll see how that one pans out. A few goals going in. They're mainly in Scotland, though, that don't come on our radar. This is the Saturday Super Stream, everybody. Everton could do with Umar Nias, maybe. Yeah, struggling, Everton. In fact, do you know what I'll do while this lull's going on? Let me just give you the picture in the Premier League, because we can give it very clearly, because there's literally only one game going on. Brentford and Burnley are 0-0, but a goal in that game would be a very big deal because Brentford could move on to 30, and of course, Burnley would drop to 21. So it could be a 9-point gap. Burnley are currently out of the bottom 3. If they were to take the lead, they'd also go above Leeds United. Interesting. Keep your eye on Brentford, Burnley. It'd be a very big goal if someone takes the lead in that one. Darren Moore out. Sheffield Wednesday have not scored in 10 minutes. They are 6-0 up. But disgusting behaviour from Darren Moore. Keep your comments coming in. Hodgson and the players know he'll be sacked if they lose to Saints. God, not another manager in and out of Watford. Hasn't really worked for Hodgson thus far, though, has it? Perhaps if Hodgson was going to come in, he needed to come in when Ranieri came in rather than after Ranieri. But yes, not good at Watford at the moment, and they play Southampton tomorrow. Don't know if you answered, but who's the better manager? Well, Liam, it's funny you should say that because I did a video ranking the, I was going to say the class of 92 then, the golden generation in terms of managers. So you can go and check out my ranking of the golden generation elsewhere on the channel. Don't do it right now. Enjoy the Super Stream whilst we are here. Watford have done the double over Villa this season. Yeah, it happens. Scunthorpe 1, Colchester 2. I think Scunthorpe went down to 10, didn't they? In fact, I know that because Luke Mattheson, excuse me, got himself red carded in the first half. Give it a watch later. Don't skip to the end, Liam, where the answers come up. Some fascinating facts, hopefully, about that. Welcome along, Wayne. Myself and the family are excellent, and I will be having a curry with the in-laws over there later on. Unbelievable scenes. Cannot wait. I will always defer to Lou on matters Watford, but Lou will give you some very, very insightful metric analysis, but I think he's right there. We are an atrocious football team. He'll give you all the numbers to back that up as well. He's probably right, sadly. I should give a plug to good old Justin and Carl at the Do Not Scratch Your Eyes podcast as well. They're good friends of mine. Unbelievable scenes at Coventry. Really? 4-1. Oh, God. And those people like me who get asked all the time to predict the playoffs, oh, dear, look sillier and sillier every week. So Coventry have gone 4-1 up. That's not flashed up. Has it flashed up? Yes, it has. Well played, Coventry. There's been lots of conversations on the channel about Coventry this season that I always remember Ricky Gervais saying about Steve Carell that he's almost handsome. What's that on my finger? Look, I've got marker pen on my finger. Deary me. Ricky Gervais said Steve Carell is almost handsome. Coventry are almost really good, aren't they? You look at them and their metrics are good and they look good, and O'Hare's good and Gyökeres is good and Hamer's good and they're consistent and Mark Robbins is good. But they never quite hit it. Maybe they've hit it today. Matt Godden has scored 4-1 to Coventry, who are not almost good today. They're very good today, and they're hammering a very good Sheffield United team on a very good run. Well played, Coventry. Coventry 4. Red card for Lincoln as well. They're playing Wimbledon, I think, aren't they? Coventry are 4-1 up against Sheffield United. Any blades Penny for your thoughts in the chat. We normally have some blades in here. They did beat Fulham 4-1. When they get going, 20 minutes left for Wednesday. I think you'll scrape in today. Coventry is... there you go. Coventry weren't on the Ackers today. Bradley Dack on for Blackburn. I'm going to give that a round of applause. Well played, Bradley Dack. We've had Dack and Bielik in the Championship. Two really good players with two horrible injuries. Right, I'm actually going to celebrate this goal. Stevenage 0, Newport 2, maybe famous last words, but I'm just going to bring up the WhatsAcker win treble at nearly 6-1. Forest are 2-0 up. Sheffield Wednesday are 6-0 up. And Newport are 2-0 up. Is it finally coming in? The WhatsAcker win treble. Ryan Hames has just scored for Newport. Woof. You got to love that, haven't you? We're partnered with WhatsAcker here, and that is one of the Ackers coming in. It's Swindon Oldham still 0-0. I don't think that one's coming in. Wigan have scored. MK haven't. I don't think either Swindon or Oldham have in the BTTS Acker. But it looks like the win treble is hopefully, touch wood, coming in. Not that I'm superstitious. Easy for me to say. Very superstitious. Robbins has really grown as a manager. So seems a good fit, Robbins and Coventry, doesn't it? Certain managers, like Nathan Jones and Luton. He was rubbish for Stoke, wasn't he? Really good at Luton. There you go. Name me managers who are a good fit at one club and end up going back. Name me those managers in the chat who are really, really good fit. A good fit at one club. Coventry's data and recruitment team heavily underrated within wider football. I'm glad you said wider football media. We've bigged them up loads here, Lou. But no, I think when people talk about Coventry, they're still the wider narrative about Coventry. When we talk about the casual football fan that maybe just watches the Premier League, they still just think about Sisu and stadiums and all of that stuff. But that's not really been the case now for the past 2 or 3 years. They've been really, really good. Yeah. Oh, okay. Mark Robbins isn't there today. There you go. Even better job. He doesn't even have to turn up for them to win 4-1. That's a good shout. Totally agree. Eddie Howe. 100%. Exactly what I was looking for around here. Although he's doing well at Newcastle, but he did, of course, do well at Bournemouth, went to Burnley, then came back and did even better at Bournemouth, didn't he? I think I've got my history right. Nathan Jones, of course, at Luton doing that trick. Mark Robbins. Anyone else? Let me know what you think in the comments in terms of those type managers. Right, it's gone 4:30. I was supposed to do a sweep at 4:30, wasn't I? My bad. Let's do one. Someone will score if I'm doing a sweep. That always happens. I'll ignore it, will I? Brentford 0, Burnley 0. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I'm working too hard for you guys. And I'm nearly out of water as well. How am I going to scream at the top of my lungs when a late goal goes in? Birmingham 0, Hull 0. Blackburn 0, Bristol City 0. Blackpool 1, Swansea 0. Bournemouth 1, Derby 0. Cardiff 0, Preston 0. Coventry 4, Sheffield United 1. Millwall 0, Borough 0. Forest 0, Reading 0. Peterborough 1, Stoke 1 in League 1. Lincoln are leading 1-0 at Wimbledon. Stanley 2, Charlton 1. Bolton 0, Plymouth 1. Burton 1, Fleetwood 2. Doncaster 0, Gillingham 1. Ipswich 0, Pompey 0. MK 0, Wigan 1. Morecambe 1, Cheltenham 2. Sheffield Wednesday 6, Cambridge 0. Shrews 1, Oxford 1. Sunderland 0, Crewe 0. Wickham 0. Rotherham 0. Unbelievable. I got to the... Do you realise how hard it is for someone with a gob as big as me to not break off during reading through the scorelights and comment on them? I need to comment on that, CMDR Sarjo. You've rumbled me 3-0 to Forest. Don't break your voice, Ben. I'm struggling. I'm struggling today. I'm going to cure it with a curry later on. Forest 3. Hey, right, you lot in the chat. Talk to me about Ryan Yates. Is he having the season of his life at Forest? He's a bit Marmite, Ryan Yates. Remember, Ipswich had a player called Luke Hyam who was similar to Ryan Yates. Not as good because Ryan Yates plays at a much higher level. But he kind of came through the ranks and he was a all-action central midfielder. And what he maybe lacked in first touch and passing range, he made up for. Similar to Ryan Yates, but Ryan Yates had just scored to put Forest 3-0 up. But a string of Nottingham Forest managers all pick Ryan Yates, don't they? So maybe us fans, sometimes there are things that the pros notice that us fans don't. Let me know your thoughts on that. Forest 3, Reading 0. That means I can... I'm just going to read that one out. Cooper's turned him into Lampard. There you go. That'll do for the Ryan Yates. That's the beginning and ending of the Ryan Yates conversation here. Forest 3, Reading 0. I'm going to put that one up one more time. We are now 2 goals up minimum in our WATCHALONG win treble. Forest 3 up against Reading. Wednesday 6 up against Cambridge. Newport 2 up against Stevenage. Cross Everything is coming in today. You could have had a little boost of your odds on that over at WhatAcker.com. It's completely free. Just sign up with your email address over at WhatAcker.com. Yates is a giant at 6 foot. I didn't realise he was that tall, actually. Burnley hit the bar. Woof, Jamie. Yates seems to be loving his game this year. Yeah, he's excellent, isn't he? Playoffs on again for Brucey's Baggies. Not sure, Vindaloo. Get some momentum going first. A lot of traffic ahead. It could have been a decisive slip for the Baggies. In fact, do check out my video. I did a video reviewing I made predictions as to whether teams would be higher or lower with 20 games to go, at 10 games to go, if that makes any sense. West Brom had dropped 9 places between game 26 and game 36. That may be slightly too much. Right. Give me your winners and your losers. We are about 10 minutes to go. Who are your winners and losers today? Give me one of each, actually. Give me a winner and a loser in terms of right now. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen in the next 10 minutes because it hasn't happened yet. But give me your winners and your losers right now. Who are your winners and losers this afternoon? At the moment, for me, it's got to be Bournemouth, hasn't it? All the results are going their way. Sheffield Wednesday's a fairly obvious one as well. I'm struggling with the losers. Let me know. Who are your winners and losers? Let me know. Wigan, yes. It's going to be a good day for Wigan today. They lead at MK. Let me know your winners and losers so far today at 4:37 in the Saturday Superstream. Am I going to be a winner, guys? Can we get a like spike, please? See if you can get us to 250. We're at 219 likes. How about that? See if you can get us up to 250 likes. Hit that like button right now. We're at 219. I would love to make a graphic that says 300 likes there because I only have one that goes up to 250. But you guys have supported magnificently today. Do hit that like button. In the meantime, get me your winners and your losers in terms of today. Ooh, hello. The chat has lit up, says penalty Blackburn. Will Bradley Dack take it as well? Oof. We'll get some winners and losers. Wednesday winners, losers here, right, Cambridge. Winner Bournemouth, losers Blades. Yeah, agree with both. Winners Bournemouth. They got Reading in midweek as well. Gillingham winners. Yes, they are still up at Doncaster. Can we get Nottingham Forest into there? They've just gone 4-0 up. And we are awaiting to see if Blackburn could be a big winner today. Remember, Huddersfield drew and Sheffield United are losing. It would be a really, really big goal if Blackburn can score this penalty. It seems to all be unfolding there. Certainly unravelling for Paul Ince and Reading today. Darren Bent is holding his head. I wonder whether the penalty has been missed. Let me know. Sam Surridge was the goal scorer for Forest. They are 4-0 up. So I have to be quite proud of our WinAcker, which at the moment, the scores across our 3 games in the WinAcker are 12-0. We've got a 6-0, a 4-0 and a 2-0 at the moment in the WinAcker. Did that penalty get missed, guys? Oh, dear. Dak took it and missed. Oh, that sucks. Oh, man. I'm a big fan of Bradley Dack. He's one of the few footballers where if you showed my missus a picture of him, because she follows Olivia Atwood, who was on Love Island, she would know who he was. And he's missed the penalty. Worth, saved by Bentley. Oh, dear. What an opportunity there missed for Blackburn. Let's show you why on that live league table. Bournemouth are winning, but Huddersfield drew last night, so they would have gone on to 61, 2 points behind. More to the point, Sheffield United are losing, and Luton and QPR are a lame duck until tomorrow because they don't play today. So big miss there for Bradley Dack. And someone says, Carl in the chat, penalty Stoke. And now I'm seeing goal Stoke. Is that curtains for Peterborough? If it wasn't curtains already. Lewis Baker, he's been a good signing for Stoke, actually, despite their dreadful form. He's contributed fairly well. He needs to really get that career moving, doesn't he? Peterborough 1, Stoke 2, and Michael O'Neill needed a win. I believe I just saw Morecambe 1, Cheltenham 3, and an interesting goal, especially as it pertains MK Dons, because they're losing. Oxford have taken the lead. We've got a bit of a glut, guys, here. So Oxford lead again. Oh, Cameron Brannigan, we took him off Mount Rushmore, and he scored. And I believe Cheltenham Town scored as well. I'm just staring at my screen, not updating anything. Goal for Cheltenham, they're 3-1 up. Goal for Oxford is the long and the short of it. Let's have a look at the top of League One. Could be a big goal for Oxford, that one today, especially with Wigan beating MK Dons. Let's have a look. And we're going to dive in. Yes, I'm not going to the table. I'm going to Mount Rushmore because finally, Alfie May has scored. We have a Mount Rushmore goal scorer today. Well done, Alfie May. He's done it again for Cheltenham. He's staying on Mount Rushmore. Alfie May keeping the side going there. Come on, Ivan Toney, Josh Bowler and Sam Smith. Pull your finger out. Mount Rushmore, being well represented by Alfie May today. Right, sorry. I'll stop being silly now and go to the top of League One. So, look, Oxford have just scored. They are, as things stand, with MK losing, closing that gap up to 4 points. Plymouth are winning. Sheffield Wednesday are winning. And then look at 7, 8, 9 and 10. None of them are winning. OK, Ipswich and Pompey are playing each other. Wickham are playing Rotherham, which is obviously a very hard game. But Sunderland are playing Crewe, aren't they? So it could be a big... Sunderland could be a loser today if they do not beat Crewe with everyone above them winning. Let me know your thoughts on that, whether I'm being unfair on poor old Crewe there. Alfie May, get in there. Mount Rushmore is represented today. Peterborough gone. Let me know what you think in the chat. Blackman have scored 1 goal in 13 hours. Were they relying disproportionately on the Chilean sensation? I forgot about Birmingham, Jay. Birmingham are playing, by the way. Oh, a huge goal in the Premier League. Wow. Brentford 1, Burnley 0. Brentford lead. That could be a massive goal for Brentford's survival. Brentford have taken the lead against Burnley. We didn't have any choice as to what the Premier League match of the day was, but this probably would have been anyway. Brentford are going 9 points ahead of Burnley as things stand. I'm going to rush across and direct you over to that, which is the live Premier League table. Huge goal for Brentford. They're going to be above a point per game as well. 30 points from 29. If they can see this out, they've scored with about 10 minutes to go. Brentford 1, Burnley 0. Get your comments in on that. Massive goal for one of our dearly departed. Brentford lead 1-0. And you may notice on the ticker, Sunderland, I said they were going to be a big loser, have just taken the lead. I think you guys are going to want to see the Mount Rushmore picture again. Ivan Toney is the goal scorer. Go on the Mount Rushmore. Alfie May and Ivan Toney are both staying on Mount Rushmore next week. And Brentford, let me just go back to that picture down there. Burnley were temporarily out of the bottom 3. Weren't they? Everton, I know, play tomorrow or possibly tomorrow. There's Man City Palace on Monday night, isn't it? I can't remember. My brain's going too fast. Well done, Brentford. Going to go over the point per game mark, which surely you're anywhere near 38 points, you're surviving in the Premier League. An Ericsson assist as well. You love to see it. Mount Rushmore is alive and well. Great shout from you lot in there. And the Mackhams scored. Let's pop up League One. I said, are they going to be a big loser at Sunderland? Dan Neal is probably going to prove me wrong in that assertion. Sunderland lead. And all of a sudden, Sheffield Wednesday, would you believe it? Sheffield Wednesday are winning 6-0 and they're not going to be in the top 6. That's how tight that playoff picture is. Unbelievable. Sunderland lead against Crewe 1-0. There was a comment I wanted to read there, which I agree with. 34-35 to yes, maybe even lower. Remember last year, you would have survived. I think you would have survived with 29 points last year. I think 18th place got 28. Am I right about that? And someone let me know if I'm right. But I think it was 29 to survive last year, which is ridiculously low. It'll be higher this year, but it won't be 1 point per game. Or that ridiculous notion that people say that you need 40 points to survive in the Premier League. Absolute dross. That may have been true when in the late 90s and before it dropped down to 20 teams from 22. But I don't feel that that's true anymore. And I think I've done a video that might have debunked that anyway. But there you go. Ted Bishop, former Ipswich player, has scored for Lincoln at Wimbledon. Did I see another goal flash up there as well? Oh, Fleetwood, what are you doing? Burton 2, Fleetwood 2. What did we say? We said Fleetwood were crazy. There's loads of goals. There's loads of comebacks in their games. I'm going back to the League One live league table. And what is the timing of that goal? Goodness me, we're nearly into late goal territory now. So it's Burton 2, Fleetwood 2. And watch this. Fleetwood are about to drop down. No, they're not. They're going to drop down 2 points. They're not going to drop down any places. It could be worse for Fleetwood because Wimbledon are losing and have just gone 2 goals behind, in fact. And Lincoln have got 10 men. So I tell you what, Lincoln have really done Wimbledon a favour there, and they've done Fleetwood Lincoln have really done Fleetwood a favour there. Excuse me, I'm getting all in a muddle. A Peterborough penalty, says the chat, and my phone says a Peterborough goal. And unbelievable scenes, Matthew. The Winacker has won. Well done, Matthew, over at WhatAcker. Bet365 will pay out if any team takes a 2-0 lead. So congratulations, Matthew. Congratulations, anyone who was following the Winacker today. Well done, you lot. You got just shy of 6-1 on Matthew's tip there. Up the WhatAcker. Bet365 have paid out on the WhatAcker treble there. Peterborough 2, Stoke 2. I want you to give me your thoughts on Stoke. And were you the owner of Stoke? What your consideration of the current performance of the team and the manager was. Right, I haven't pressed this button yet, and we're up to 90 minutes in some of these games. I'm so sorry, guys. Too much going on. There's always a late goal.
Thomas, it's up for grabs now.
Where is the late goal going to be? Tell me. Don't say Sunderland. I can already see it. Sunderland have just gone 2-0 up. Where is there going to be a mad and decisive late goal? The more outlandish the shout, the better. Let me know in the chat. Sunderland are not going to be losers. They've gone 2-0 up. I want you to tell me in the chat, where is there going to be some ludicrous 93rd minute equaliser? Don't say Portman Road. Let me know in the chat. Oh, there it is. Blackburn 0, Bristol City 1. Oh, Blackburn, what are you doing? They're in a dreadful run at Blackburn. They've missed a penalty. And now Bristol City have gone 1-0 up. Scrap the late goal shouts. We've got it. Blackburn 0, Bristol City 1. Bournemouth are having the perfect day at the top of the championship. And Bristol City have taken the lead at Blackburn. Let's go. Sorry, your shouts about the late goals are probably not going to get read out. I'll try and click as many. If anyone said Bristol City taking the lead against Blackburn before it happened, well done. Let's get you live league table for the championship. And Blackburn, well, now if I'm a Luton fan or a QPR fan as well, look at that. I'm thinking a win and either Luton or QPR would go above both Blackburn and Sheffield United tomorrow. So look at that game tomorrow now. Winner takes all. Remember, Middlesbrough are playing at the moment. Were Middlesbrough to score, they would go up to 58 points and be level. What's the goal difference? 9. They're not going to go above Blackburn, but Middlesbrough could have a seismic move up the table if they were to score. And we have a penalty to Brentford, apparently, and another late goal. No, we don't. I thought Cardiff had scored against Preston, but apparently they have not. Blackburn throwing it all away. Just about to type a Bristol City late winner. We may get a decisive second goal. You guys are telling me in the chat there's been a red card for Burnley as well. So with your dearly departed hat on, remember Brentford have the world's best penalty taker as well. Although, are they checking it for VAR? Do let me know what's going on there. I don't think I need to change anything on the ticker. I just think it's a penalty that has occurred there. Paul Merson is watching it right now. Oh, have we got an equaliser for MK, Jamie? I'm just going to double check that. Sorry, I may have been looking the opposite direction. That's a big goal at the top of League One. If he is right, he normally is when it comes to MK. He is indeed right. And Brentford have scored. Should we ever doubt Ivan Toney taking a penalty? That is, someone double check me, 33 out of 34 penalties at Bournemouth have made it 2-0. It's a perfect day for Bournemouth at the top of the Championship. It's a really good day for Brentford. They are winning 2-0. Some big goals have just gone in. Full time. Bristol City have won at Blackburn. I don't even know who the Bristol City goal scorer was. Jamal Lowe. He's got some important goals for Bournemouth this season. He's got the second goal there to put Bournemouth 2-0 up. Who scored the Bristol City goal? Guys, do let me know. Let's just check out the top of League One after that equaliser for the MK Dons. And you can see there. Sorry, let me do a different view to that one. That's not very good. Yeah, look, they're tied up. MK and Wigan, 73. Could be a big, big goal. Yeah, I should have guessed Andy Vyman. He's carried that Bristol City attack at times this season. Millwall 0. Middlesbrough 0. So it is up for grabs for Luton or QPR tomorrow. Millwall have drawn, and this is, you couldn't have written these results better if you're a Bournemouth fan. Let me run through this again, why Bournemouth are going to be the absolute biggest winners here. Look, Bournemouth are winning. Fulham drew. Huddersfield drew. Blackburn lost. Sheffield United are losing. Luton and QPR didn't play. And Middlesbrough drew. Nobody in the top 8, and that may change tomorrow. Well, very likely unless it's a draw. Luton and QPR play tomorrow. But nobody in that top 8 today has won or is winning other than Bournemouth. And they're 2-0 up. A perfect day, a perfect storm for Bournemouth today. Oh, you're kidding. Have Burton scored again? What are Fleetwood doing? They were 2-0 up. Weren't they 3-0 up at Pompey the other week? Oh, everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm. I think you know what's happened, don't you? But I'm not going to celebrate. Here, let's go all Frank Lampard on you. We'll wait. That's disallowed. I was going to say we'll wait for it to be disallowed. It flashed up on my phone that Ipswich had scored, and then it flashed up disallowed. I don't know what has happened there, but I thought for a hot second that Ipswich might have taken the lead, but Burton have indeed taken the lead. 3-2 against Fleetwood. We'll have a look at the bottom of League One in just a second. Ivan Toney has scored 5 goals in 2 games, hasn't he, for Brentford? His return has been very, very timely. Let's bring up... Sorry, I need to go to the bottom of League One and have a look for Fleetwood, who have just gone behind, having been 2-0 up. Have a look at the bottom of League One. Look at that. Fleetwood 33, Wimbledon 33, Gillingham and Neil Harris. Could he keep them up? 33, Morecambe 32, Umar Niasse, well, I don't know what his preferred pronunciation of that is. Unbelievable. Let's do a sweep now. We are at 4:54, so we're. I'll tell you what, we'll do a sweep for final scores and see which games we think are still going before we figure out. We think Birmingham and Hull are still going 0-0. Blackpool and Swansea, we think, are still going. These are all according to SofaScore. Correct it if it's wrong. Bournemouth 2, Derby 0 is still going, but 2 goals in it. Coventry Blades still go, we think. Forest Reading still going, but massive gaps in the scorelines in those games. In League One, what is tight and still going? Bolton Plymouth, that's 0-1 and still going. Burton and Fleetwood, that was 2-0 and it's now 3-2. Incredible. Doncaster 0, Gillingham 1, Ipswich 0, Pompey 0. We thought Ipswich might have taken the lead a minute ago. Sadly, leave my bias at the door. They didn't. MK 1, Wigan 1 is still going. That huge game. Could have been a late winner in that one. Swindon 1, Oldham 0. Unless we get some madness, that might go on the BTTS. Remember, the other one has come in now, Wigan and MK. So, hey, maybe an injury time reply from Oldham. And the BTTS is on as well for the What Acca tips. Remember, the treble, there it is, did come in earlier in the day. But we need an Oldham goal for the BTTS to be on course going into the Manchester United Spurs game at 5:30. Right. Shall we attempt to do some sweeping up now and some looking at tables? You know what? We won't do it in terms of scores. We'll do it in terms of tables. We can sweep up the Premier League because we only have one game. There isn't going to be 2 goals in the Swindon Oldham game because the Swindon goal was on 96 minutes, so they've probably barely got any ball to be kicked there. In the Premier League at the top, earlier on, Liverpool close to 3 points on Man City. Brighton in 13th, lost. Burnley are now 9 points adrift of Brentford. Brentford 9 points above the bottom 3. Okay, some games in hand, but we think anywhere near a point a game will be enough this season, and Brentford are above it now. So that is the state of play in the Premier League. Let's have a look at the Championship live league table, and there may still be some mental late goal come in. I've just seen Bournemouth 2, Derby 0 is a full time. Could be the perfect day for Bournemouth. So Fulham drew. Bournemouth is a full time now. Huddersfield drew last night. Blackburn lost late on to Bristol City, having missed a penalty. Oh dear. Sheffield United lost 4-1 to Coventry. Luton, look at that. Luton could go 4th with a win tomorrow. QPR could also go 4th with a win. It's opened up for those two sides tomorrow. What a huge game that is now. I will be there. Middlesbrough 0, Millwall 0. Forest won 4-0. Coventry won 4-1. Millwall drew. So look how tight it is in terms of those playoffs now. Blackburn 58 in 4th place. Millwall 54 in 11th place. Unbelievable. Blackpool won. Preston drew, I think, at Cardiff. I think, if we got full times everywhere now, I think we're then there, aren't we? Stoke drew at Peterborough. Interesting there for Michael O'Neill. Cardiff drew. Swansea lost at Blackpool. Not good. Bristol City, important win for them. Big win. Blackburn haven't lost that many at home, have they? I think, if memory serves, this season. Birmingham, boring draw, according to Robert in the chat. I think Birmingham and Hull are on the beach. I had that as a high scorer, the exact opposite. Reading got hammered, but Barnsley drew and Derby lost. So it's actually a good day for Barnsley. Peterborough drew as well. Derby had it worst down there. At the bottom, let's have a look over at League One. And I think we can summarise now. Looks like we've got a few more red games there. They are games that are still active at the moment. Rotherham are level with Wycombe at the moment. Wigan and MK drew. Still, that race goes on. You'd make Wigan favourites with the 3 games in hand. However, MK could have really done with winning that one today, but they did come from behind, didn't they? Oxford, did they draw in the end? God, I can't even remember now. Sunderland did beat Crewe. Yeah, Oxford won at Shrewsbury, didn't they? I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Plymouth has just gone through as a full-time. Bolton 0, Plymouth 1. Wednesday won 6-0. Wycombe are level and still playing against Rotherham. Ipswich and Pompey are level and still playing. Bolton, of course, lost to Plymouth. We'll go straight down to the bottom And then we'll get your winners and losers for today. I think your big winners have got to be Gillingham, haven't they? They're still playing, but they're winning against Doncaster. Fleetwood snatched defeat from the draws of victory. Wimbledon sort of did the same, really, didn't they? Wycombe Rotherham is a full-time in League One now. Wimbledon were up against 10 men and 1-0 down, and Lincoln got a second goal. So not good down there. So tight as well as the Championship promotion picture. Look at the League One relegation picture. Right, let me do a full sweep. How many games have we still got going? We think the Championship is all done. And basically, it's Doncaster 0, Gillingham 1, and Ipswich 0, Pompey 0 are still going in League One. With a somewhat vested interest in that Ipswich Pompey game, which is now over. I will continue the broadcast. So just one game going. By the way, if you're thinking about skulking off and enjoying your Saturday night, please hit like before you go. See if you can get to 250 likes. We are on 226 likes at the moment. All the full times are in now, and Gillingham have won. So last shout now for your winners and losers. Let me know your winners and losers today. I suspect Bournemouth will come up there. Brentford will come up there as your winners and losers. Maybe Gillingham. I don't know. You tell me. Who are your big winners and losers today? Give me one of each if you can. Thank you for all the nice comments. Great show, says Jeff. All down to tomorrow. I'll see you there, Stephen. If you're at Luton and QPR tomorrow, give me a shout out. Coventry, a big winner. Yes, agree with that. Shout out to Tiffany in the chat. Up the Cherries, they are a big winner today for sure, aren't they? Coventry back in the playoff race. Fleetwood, big losers. Yes, they were, weren't they? Bournemouth and Sheffield United in terms of winners and losers, I agree. Coventry, big winners. Bournemouth, big winners. Blaze, big losers. Still in those playoff spots, though, aren't they? Could have been worse. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We're on 237 on the like count. Come on, one more like spike. See if you can get us to 250 likes before we disappear today. We are at 237. Give us one more like spike, and I'm going to go and disappear and get curry with the in-laws. Go on, up it climbs. This has been the Saturday Super Stream. You lot are legendary in the chat. Thank you to WATCHALONG, and a big congratulations to anybody who was on the WATCHALONG win treble with Bet365. You would have got nearly 6-1. We were on Forest, Sheffield Wednesday, and Newport today. They all won. We're going to end at 240 likes. We'll see if we can break the magical 250 last week. Big round of applause to all you lot. Thank you for the support. And it's a lovely big over and out for me. I'll stick the advert up. And if anyone puts any nice comments in, I'll put them up on the screen as we go. Over and out, everybody. That's been the Super Stream. Enjoy your Saturday night. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.